now all of a sudden, the camera has been turned back at him. And he's like, wait, no. What do you mean, wait, no? It's your turn, bro. This beat is so Kino. I'm about to go medieval on this American tech reviewer. He's a fucking pedo. Discord server of unspeakable evil gooning out to cuties and sweep it up like veto your bank accounts approaching zero. So you hacked into Jay's PC and took his De Niro. Your parents take care of your kids on the D-Lo. Don't listen to your mom, because what the fuck does she know? Make believe making beats in your parents' home, but make believe don't mean shit on the streets of Rome. Manic episode, now you feel incredible. Do something regrettable, maybe something federal. Your Dropbox is full of photos that are questionable. Don't give a fuck, time to slam another edible. Playing Elden Ring and smoking dope. Stressed by an iPad from Best Buy so you can cope. I would tell you to jump, but you break the rope. It's because you're too fat. Now you get the joke. This goes over your head like Evil Knievel. You're acting kind of emo. Cry harder like a baby. Gambino, you're just a childish capo. But I am Gambino. Don't you know who I am? I won fourth place at EVA. Time to bring up another Zeno. Say hello to the little friend of Pacino. This is Vegas, son. I'll send you back to Reno. There's only room for one mob in this casino.
You guys like pizza? I know I do. I love pizza. I'm Italian. I'm disappointed that since I moved out here to the West Coast, there is not a real authentic East Coast Italian style pizza out here. Would you like to have a pizza party with me? Mamma mia! Make it a pizza pie! Pizza pie! Felipe! Pizza pie! Turn on the ovens! Mozzarella! And delicious! Take it dollars and roll it out the toss in the air! Pizza pie! Make it a pizza pie! Pizza pie! Felipe! Pizza pie! Pizza pie! Delicious! Pizza pie! Pizza pie! Pizza pie! Turn on the ovens! Salvagno cheese? Salvagno greasy shit? Crazy meat? Weird sauce? The sauce has these big chunks of tomato that are very well seasoned, that are really good. Turn on the ovens and burn all the pizzas. Mamma mia! Make it a pizza pie! Pizza pie! Felipe! Pizza pie! Turn on the ovens. Mozzarella! And delicious! Take it dollars and roll it out the toss in the air. Pizza pie! Make it a pizza pie! Greasy shit? Pizza pie! Felipe! Pizza pie! Weird sauce? Pizza pie! Delicious! Pizza pie! Pizza pie! Pizza pie! Mamma mia! Make it a pizza pie! Pizza pie! Felipe! Pizza pie! Turn on the ovens. Mozzarella! And delicious! Take it dollars and roll it out the toss in the air. Pizza pie! Make it a pizza pie! Greasy shit? Pizza pie! Felipe! Pizza pie! Cheese? Pizza pie! Delicious! Pizza pie! Weird sauce? Pizza pie! Crazy meat? Pizza pie! Turn on the ovens. Now on to the more exotic seasonings. These seasonings are catered more towards Italians. If you're not Italian, you don't like these kind of seasonings, you don't have to use them. But I'm Italian and I love it.
Hello, my name is Phil Burnell, more commonly known as DSP or Darkside Phil on the internet. My saving grace, my wife, is the reason why I'm so happy. Now, of course, I'm getting emotional, but did you see how angry I was before I met Kat? You saw how angry I was, right? Everything before her was another life. Everything since I met her has been the best life. My life is so much better because of my wife. That's why I think that so many people out there are in pain and are hateful and hate others and think it's okay to step on others. I gotta step on others to get ahead. I gotta hurt others to get ahead. Because you're not happy. Because if you were happy, you wouldn't want to crush others. You would need to crush others. Because you would be okay. Everything before her, my life is so much better because of my wife.
And now, of course, I'm getting emotional, but everything before her was another life. Everything since I met her has been the best life. The best life. And I wish that for all of you. The best life. I really do. And now, of course, I'm getting emotional, but the best life. Everything before her was another life. Everything since I met her has been the best life. That's why I think that so many people out there are in pain and are hateful and hate others and think it's okay to step on others. I gotta step on others to get ahead. I gotta hurt others to get ahead. Because you're not happy. Because if you were happy, you wouldn't want to crush others. And I wish that for all of you. I really do.
Tip, we get a big ups to Darcy DeFlo and add a song to the playlist. No. What is up, everyone? Hello, hello, and welcome. Only mic was on. It's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know. Hello, hello, hello. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Turn up my headphones. Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. What's up, Jamie? Yo, yo. Good to see you here today. Are you ready for this? Yo, yo. You know what time it is. Yes, Jay. It's time to go. Shout out to all my niggas from Guadalajara, Acapulco. I'm cruising in my blue Corolla. I need that money to be a high roller. Trapped and made a controller. She's crying downstairs, so I have to console her. Swimsuit model with eating disorder. Spent $200 on her DoorDash order. Yo, just a fucking crook with a fucking crooked jaw. False flagging out channel with my puppy dog. I committed fraud, and I got low T's. I'm a low T god. False flagging, mundane maggot. Phil's fat, Phil's a faggot, Phil's a loser, Phil's a beggar. Arnold, Phil's a nigger. Right? How do you say? Brunel's a nigger, right? Very nice. All right. Let us continue. It's 3 a.m. and I can't sleep. I got 2 big bills coming next week. One more chance to save the best streak. I'm going full mask off. It's not that deep. It's 3 a.m. and I can't sleep. I got 2 big bills coming next week. One more chance left to blow. You ready? 8 time go. 8 time flow. Whoa. They thought I fell off. No. Like a prime D rose, I be dunking on these hoes. Turn you into T-part, striking a T-pose. So let me tell you now what the story is. They call me DSP. Notorious. I'm cruising and wrenching, fast and furious, with my homie Pastor Eric Miller.
He's quite curious. They don't have nearly what it takes to be a man. And since I took their manhood, that's mine now, so I ain't giving it back.
My trolls are always watching me, waiting for another disaster stream. They won't even give me a piece of peace or like a whole fucking team locking onto my stream like a detractor beam. I can't get rid of them. I'm sober. I'm losing my mind. And I'm losing supporters. Detractors are bending me over. Just another knot in this Ludwig world order. And now I'm seeing so much clearer as I sit here staring into Dark Dave's mirror and all of my fears and all that I see. The raw DSP, bottom feeder, cult leader. It's 3 a.m. and I still can't sleep. I guess this is all I will ever be. This is just how time flows. Until it time goes. It's gonna take years of effort to try to dig myself out of this fucking hole. It really is. And it sucks. I hope that someday I'll get out of it. I don't know if I ever will. I may be living month to month, paycheck to paycheck, begging for fucking tips and shit on stream for the rest of my life. Like, it's been tough. You know, my life has been tough over the last decade. Yeah. You know, my life has been tough over the last decade. Yeah. You know, my life has been tough over the last decade. I have a legacy. I put in the work after all this time. I'm known for a jerk. And if you have a membership, I'll give you a perk. Money, 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 money. We're here for money, 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 money. I was a pioneer of making commentary. I was riding to the top.
despite my adversaries. I'm never gonna stop, quite the contrary. When you're the best, you outlast the rest.
I outlasted those motherfuckers.
But now it's time to put on a vest, right?
3, 2, 1, go! Status quo is not the way to go, you know? Status quo is not the way to go. Ha, ha. Status quo is not the way to go, you know? Oh, I am the lucky one.
People watch my streams to see if I fail, and then try to strike my channel, but to no avail. No matter what they do, I always will prevail. This is how you don't play. How about DSP tries it? The fact I'm still around, I know the trolls despise it. You'll miss me when I'm gone. I know you can't deny it. When you're the best, you outlast the rest.
I outlasted those motherfuckers.
But now it's time to put on a vest, right?
3, 2, 1, go! Status quo is not the way to go, you know? Status quo is not the way to go. Ha, ha. Status quo is not the way to go, you know? Only I am the exception to the rule. And so, sadly, the innovators get left in the dust. It's only those who break the records who really get remembered. So I don't think I will be remembered. If anything, you know, it'll be my body of work that speaks for me, you know, one day when I'm gone. And hopefully my body of work will be on the internet forever, but we certainly don't know how long YouTube's gonna last. So who fucking knows, right?
When you're the best, you outlast the rest.
I outlasted those motherfuckers.
But now it's time to put on a vest, right?
3, 2, 1, go!
I'm not Asian, damn it.
What the? There's a black man.
Can I see your driver's license, sir?
I don't have one right now.
Dispatch, we have a collision near Renton between two black suspects.
Huh? No, I'm not black, honestly. I can prove it. Cat, come out here. I need you to tell these cops who I am.
Allahu Akbar.
You're under arrest.
Look at that. She's huge.
What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty in the house. What's poppin', everyone? First of all, let me apologize. You know, Duty doesn't like to be late, but shit came up today. So my apologies. Got a lot going on here today, so yeah, it's a little... I didn't want to cancel the stream just because I didn't stream yesterday, so I figured let me pop in. Better late than never, I guess, right? So anyway, hope everyone is doing good. I hope you guys are having a good day. Yeah, man, so what's been going on lately in the Vortex? Let's see. There's a couple things Duty wants to touch on. Again, that I didn't stream Tuesday, so I didn't really get to go over much of the Kino stuff. So we'll definitely be talking about that today. And no, it's not anything big. It's just you know, I know some of you guys are dealing with the beginning of school, so yeah, daughter oldest has some college stuff she has to take care of today, so was kind of helping her out get all that straightened out. So I am gonna be quick. I'm gonna need a few minutes, around 11:15, just like 2 minutes before she heads out. So I'll let you guys know that if interruption comes up. It should be quick. It should be maybe a minute or two at the latest. I'll have something playing, something interesting, so don't worry, I won't leave you hanging. So the one thing I want to ask is, how does everything sound? Like, do I sound okay? Is the music good? I was messing with my OBS setting, my Streamlabs settings.
That money, I really do. I need that
trying to fix stuff up, and
I noticed Phil stopped using the word filter when he used it non-stop for a while.
Walk Random Channel, thank you for the $4.99. I noticed Phil stopped using the word felted when he stopped using it after the whole snake eating bullshit, and that whole scam fell apart. He stopped using felted, so he realized he sounded like an idiot. He did. He sounded like an idiot when he kept trying to parrot PPP. I mean, I'm sorry, you don't imitate someone you supposedly despise, or supposedly you were snake eating for the last 8 months and casing them for several years. So it's bullshit. Yeah, this is what Phil does. Whenever he becomes friends or friendlies with someone, he mirrors them. He mirrors their behavior. He mirrors their mannerisms, because of course Phil doesn't have his own personality, so he has to mirror the person that he's currently friendly with. He did it with Panda Lee. He did it when Cat first started. He just mirrors people. He did the same thing with John Rambo. And when Kino came, it was just an extension. And since Andy didn't want anything to do with Phil, and PPP became the person he had to deal with, he started mimicking PPP. So real quick, I still see there's a couple little minor issues. Give me 1 second. I gotta fix something. Give me 1 second. Okay, I think that's fine. All right, how does the audio sound? Can I get a 1? I sound okay. Is the music that I'm playing, the chill background music, okay? I don't want it to be loud. I don't want it to be unbalanced. Duty's trying to be a little bit more professional. Brent Lawrence, brother, thank you. Thank you, brother, for being an investor. I appreciate it.
_220:_money.
Yeah, he did love him. He did love PPP, and it broke his heart. I think someone said it. Is it? I think it was. I want to give the person the credit. I think it was Meerkat. Meerkat said it best. He said that Phil is heartbroken, And it's kind of like getting over a breakup. You know, it's kind of like going through a breakup or getting a divorce, especially someone that you truly love. And he's still in those stages of grief. He is.
Pay my bills.
Feels like a lady. Lol, he sponges everyone's personality.
He is. No, I don't want to just say a lady. I want to say a pick me bitch, pretty much. Phil's a pick me bitch. That's what he is. Because not all women are this way. But Phil essentially is the epitome of a pick me bitch. Has no personality, has no self-worth. I think that's what he is. No self-worth. So anyone that gives him the slightest of attention, oh my God, he's my best friend. I've known people like this, that they glom on to the first person that gives them any attention because they have and sometimes what it is the parents never, showed them any love, or daddy was absent. Daddy was absent, and the first person to give him a wink or say, hey, you look pretty, they fell in love with them. So that's Phil in a nutshell. The PPP anniversary, that's right. Yep. Yeah, Phil gave the anniversary, the PPP relationship anniversary, he gave that more publicity and more attention than he ever gave his wedding anniversary with Kat. How sad is that? How fucking pathetic of a man do you have to be? That, a 400-pound Canadian, because he gives you he helps you get a few bucks, you give him that kind of attention. It's pretty sad and pathetic. Dr. Backseat, I appreciate the 5, brother. I really, really do. Okay. So let's see here. So, I mean, Phil's been kind of dull lately. I mean, he sort of is in his operating mode, where it's simply just him talking about money and focusing on money. That seems to be the number one thing now with money. The good thing, not the good thing, but I guess it's a good thing. The good thing that came about all this is that he has now completely dropped.
I've never run into this thing before. What is it, a money creature?
Oh,
yeah, look, it's a money creature. It just throws money around. What the hell was that?
Oh, it's a money
DSP
creature.
mirrors people just to avoid blame. Well, PPP does,
Yeah.
why can't I? Besides LOLco content, what else do you like to watch on YouTube? Sports content? If so, check out my friends at Sports Untapped.
Mr. Loca, yeah, I do like sports. I'm a big football guy. If you've ever spent any amount of time on my stream, the chat sometimes devolved into sports, and we talk about football mostly. But I like baseball, football. I'm hoping my Phils will win the pennant this year, but I'm not too sure. I'll definitely check it out, brother. I like a lot of stuff. I like your general. I've been for some reason, YouTube has been recommending I don't want to offend anyone, but let's be true. They've been recommending me white people with way too much disposable income, where they decide they want to renovate a bus, or they want to renovate a house. Not a bus. They want to renovate a bus, or they want to renovate a camper, or they want to convert something into something to live in. I don't know what the fascination is of tiny houses and living on buses, and I don't get it. I mean, some people are even trying to convert like station wagons, old station wagons from the 80s. Dude, it's ridiculous. So I've been kind of engulfed in those type of videos. They're mostly short, so that's kind of what I've been. White people, I guess, I don't know. I mean, and I don't want to besmirch white people, but the only people that are doing this that I'm seeing on YouTube are my fellow Caucasians. So I don't know what no, it's not a midlife crisis. Well, Phil's going through a midlife crisis, but no, these people are younger. They're typically young kids in their 20s. They want to live down by the river. I don't understand. I don't get it. Low Mr. Do these streams. I've been getting the same stuff also. I hate it. Also, yeah, fuck the Cowboys for sure. You know what? You get a round of applause for that. Fuck the Cowboys. The hobo trending is right. Yeah, it is. It's trending. I don't get it. I guess chic and poor is something big that people like to do. I don't understand it. I'm one of those people that I've spent a good deal of money and time on my home.
I really do. I need that money.
And I want to make sure that it's as cozy as
Tell
possible.
that Canada money is real.
It is. It is, brother. Canada money is very real, brother, and I appreciate you, Radical Jaws. You always coming in and dropping that meaningful support, which I do appreciate. Thank you. Representing Canada. And Duty does love the Canadians. I'm just not a big fan of your socialism and your homo milk. I can't understand that. I don't understand why you guys hate plastic so much. You know, putting your shit in bags is not cool, especially milk. Let's go Green Bay. I like Green Bay. Green Bay. I've never had a beef with Green Bay. Bring it, Green Bay. Ames, how are you doing, Ames? I get targeted videos. I like content review of comic. Yeah. It's really interesting because I talk about family every once in a while. I have a brother who opened up. He decided he got tired of working for the man, I guess, and decided he was gonna plonk down some money and open up a comic book store. And it's been very good for him. It has. It's been really good for him. And he's loving it. So did Duty say yes, homo milk? Homo milk is a real thing. I'm not fucking around. Go to Google and Google Canadian homo milk. That's what it's called. It's homos is short for homogenized, but for some reason they call it homo milk, and they put it on their milk cartons, or not cartons, or plastic bags, because they don't sell. I don't think they sell milk containers in plastic. You have to get a bag. It's in a bag. So it's called homo milk. Yes, I'm not joking. People think I'm fucking around. The only people I seem to get are Canadians, but I'm not fucking around. yeah. He does Pokemon cards, whatever. I don't know, and he sells comics. It doesn't make much money, but he's happy. So whatever. It is what it is. If he's happy with it, it's fine. The nice thing is I do get shit on discount, which is nice. So if I need a book or a comic, I typically get a couple dollars off of it. I get I pay whatever he pays for the stuff. So, yeah, put it this way, his margins aren't great. He better sell a whole lot of fucking comics. Let's see here. Just bring back glass bottles. Yeah, I guess glass bottles. Yeah, glass bottles are truly recyclable. It doesn't take 100 years to break down a glass. Yeah. Cat is fat. Yes, she is. She's fat.
Cat's fat!
She's very fat, and Phil is
gay!
Phil is very gay. All right. Okay. All right. I think I got to everything. I don't think. I don't. Broncos about to lead the division. I don't know, man. Broncos got a problem. They got a QB problem, man. They haven't been able to resolve the QB problem. That's the same thing with the Dolphins. The Dolphins haven't been able to fix their QB problem. So, have you been to a bottle recycling plant? Me? No. I've never been personally to a bottle recycling plant. No. I know the only interaction that I've had with recycling is I had to fight with my township. So my township decided that they were going to start fining people if you don't recycle properly. And I'm not going to lie, Duty does not recycle properly. I don't put that much effort or time into it. I try to recycle as best as I can, but I'm just not going to, I got more problems to worry about than I accidentally put a piece of plastic in my trash, right? So they were going around fining people. I think it was like $50 a fine or something like that. And I ended up getting 2 of these. And I was like, what the fuck? Why am I getting the fines? What the hell's going on? What the fuck? So I had to call the township, and I had to, of course, be nice. You don't get anywhere bitching and complaining. So of course I called. That was nice. And I spoke to a lovely lady who was very nice. She was very courteous. That's the one thing. Our township has some very nice people. And I gave them my name, where I lived. I said I received this summons. It was a citation I received twice. And she explained what they were, which I already knew what they were. And I said, oh, I'm very sorry. I said, I have a special needs daughter. And of course, yes, Duty, I did a Phil. I trauma dumped. I trauma dumped on this poor civil worker about my life and my daughter, and even embellished it a little bit. Might have threw in a little bit of Pika. If you don't know what Pika is, you Google Pika. It's not true, but I put that in there. And that was Duty's explanation for why he couldn't recycle properly. So, of course, the lovely lady who was so nice to me, she was so nice. She said, "Oh, I'm really sorry that you're dealing with this. I completely understand. You know what I'm going to do for you? Give me 1 minute." She walked away. She came back. I'm older than Alt. Alt's like in his 30s. He's like 36 or something like that. I'm not sure, but he's in his 30s. So she said, "Give me a second." She went back. She came back and she said, "You know what? Don't worry about it. I contacted the municipality. We're going to remove those tickets and just try to do your best with recycling." And I said, "Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much." And yeah, I never got a ticket again. So Duty has tried to do his best with recycling, but I typically don't hit the mark. So yes, there you go. That's Duty's story on recycling. Is a complete process, or a lot of things that can't be recycled. Yeah, I know. The issue, okay, so here's the issue with recycling. The issue with recycling is that most municipalities sell their plastic to China. And that happened several years ago. So we have a good deal with China where they buy a lot of our plastic and then they recycle it into like lawn furniture, all that bullshit, right? Well, the problem is that we were selling them garbage. Yeah, like 40% or 50% of the plastic we sent them was no good. It didn't work. It was either dirty, yeah, so they stopped buying. Exactly. That's exactly. They stopped buying our plastic. So it's funny because the city, instead of just canceling the recycling programs, they continue doing it. And you know what they do with the plastic? They fucking burn the plastic. That's what they do. They burn the plastic. So recycling currently in the US is a scam. It's just something for, and no offense to liberals, but it's just something for liberals to feel good about themselves. They're recycling, but they're actually burning plastic. So yeah, or they're dumping it in the ocean. They're not really doing anything. All they're doing is just paying people to pick up recycling. That's all there is. It's a big scam by the blue trash bin makers of the United States. That's what it is. Anyway, all right, folks, that's it. I'm done. I'm done ranting and raving about politics or whatever. But yes, that's the extent of it. So let's talk about DSP. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about, of course, is the Kino Casino. And Phil, of course, proud liberal. Big ups to you, brother. I don't have a problem with liberals at all. No, I have many of my friends are liberal. I don't have problems with liberals. I don't really have too much. I kind of have a little bit of problems with progressives, but even that, I really don't give a shit enough. I don't have enough passion to care about progressives or argue. So that's it. So of course, all right. So let's get to DSP here. So of course, our boy Phil. Where did we leave off the other day? Yes, of course, Mafia. Mafia just hasn't been paying off for Phil. Sadly, Mafia has just been a dead fucking stream. And he knows it. He knows it to the point now where, he knows that if he doesn't make any money on his podcast, he's fucked. He really, really is. He's fucked. He got nothing, he got nothing going with himself, right? Jack Trent, I actually saw that video, brother. Yes, I did. It is a scam, sadly. I mean, it's a good concept, but the execution just isn't there. You know, when you're spending so much money just to burn it, there's no point. Just put it in a fucking landfill. Call it a day. All right. Republican and Democrats are two wings of the same. Yeah, pretty much nowadays with supply. They are. They really are. So, all right. So where did we leave off? So the Kino folks. All right. Let's watch some Kino videos because I wanted to watch this yesterday, but of course Duty wasn't on. So we have two videos from the Kino Casino. I think I want to focus more one. Let's watch this one. This is the one where Kino's reacting to Phil scamming his dents out of the rewards, and of course Duty makes a cameo appearance.
I need that money.
A dropped, yeah.
Shout out. I got to do a better job of this. Shout out Kino Casino. They have a Kick channel, Kino Casino Gaming. They stream Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 8:30 to God knows when in the morning. They also have a Clips channel. If you don't want to watch their streams, they have a clip channel. It's called Kino Casino Clips. I think that's what it's called.
I need that money.
It's in the bio of the video if you want to check it out. So Jordan, what's up, Jordan?
My
Thank
boy
you, brother,
Duty
for the
back from
two.
El Salvador.
You back from El Salvador? Big ups, brother. If you're telling me I wasn't back from El Salvador. Duty was in Spain. If you went to El Salvador, big ups, man. I hope you had a good time, man. Hope you really had a good time. South America has a lot of beautiful little countries here and there. You know, you just got to make sure you go to a safe one. That's it. But you know, it's a beautiful place to travel to. It just reminded me of Florida. It's like being in Florida. It's like being in Florida. Florida with mountains. There you go. Thank you, brother. I appreciate the 2, Jordan. All right, so yeah, so they have a clip channel. You can check out their clip channel there. I enjoy the clip channel more, but you know, if I want to put out the content, Duty has to struggle through the streams. Where are you from, Duty? Well, I'm from the United States. I'm currently residing in Florida. My family, my parents came over from Puerto Rico, but my heritage, if you're asking for that, it's Spaniard and Portuguese. I'm half Spanish, half Portuguese, with like a little mix of here and there, but predominantly I'm Spanish and Portuguese.
All right, so here we have, this is some, just skip ahead a little bit past Duty's intro here.
Duty.
Why are you skipping my intro, man?
All right, so here it comes. So
That's the
for
best
those
part.
of you who are unaware, we covered this on the Friday edition of the show. Dark Side Phil was begging all week, all day, all night to do DSP tries it. He wasn't hitting his goals. He needed to hit 3 goals on the marathon to do DSP tries it. He begged, borrowed, stole, and scammed his way to hit that goal, and then did one of the dirtiest scams in the history of DSP and refused to actually do DSP tries it.
Oh my God.
Scammed everybody.
One job.
People are calling him out. We called him out. All the detractors are calling him out. And now Phil is seething that he's been called out on his dirty, scamming, lying ways.
Yeah, guys, he goes off here. Go off, King.
I had actually ordered some food that I thought I was going to do DSP tries it with, but
oh, by the way, I wanted to make a whole video about this whole lactose, and we're in Portugal. I don't specifically know where my dad is from. So my dad came, I don't know where he's from in Portugal. I think it's a small town outside of Lisbon. But my mother's side, which I predominantly know, is she's from Seville. So from Seville, and I believe my dad's family, they all came from, I think they came from a little town outside of Lisbon. So the funny thing is they came, so they wanted to be U.S. citizens, but there was a problem. Their parents, there was a problem migrating into the United States from Spain. So what they did was they went to Puerto Rico. It was a lot easier to migrate to Puerto Rico. So they went to Puerto Rico, which, you know, they managed, back then they were very lax rules. So they were able to work, become citizens, and there you go. So who is this barber? Well, apparently it used to be Curls and Twirls, but they shut down. So I don't know who's fucking up his hair these days. I don't know. I seriously can't get enough of your videos. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, Smelly. Thank you, brother. I'm mixed black and white. I ended up moving to the suburbs and found a bunch of Puerto Ricans. Hey, yeah, that's right, brother. Yeah, that's essentially what Puerto Ricans are. They're a mix of 3 cultures. So exactly. You'll be shocked. You'll be shocked. I mean, like, dude, my daughters and my wife, they look Italian. They look Italian for some reason. My mother, she's white as a ghost with red hair and green eyes. I'm semi-tanned and I came out with green eyes, but some people think I'm like Persian, or I get Persian, I get all type of spectrum. So
you guys had already had me like 6+ shots in.
So see that?
Yeah. You see that? Exactly. Blaming his fucking viewers, but forgets to fucking mention that he spent his whole stream begging people to get him to $100 to give him fucking money to get him drunk. To the point so where he was so fucking wasted, right? He was at 1,056 or something like that. And he was sitting there begging people to give him another $50 fucking dollars to take another shot, to take 11 fucking shots. But yet wants to sit here and blame his fucking viewers because he was pissed drunk, and tried to blame them for getting him drunk, and that's why he couldn't do the feasting with the pig. Fuck off with that. Laughing Man, big ups, brother. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you had a good summer. Thank you for dropping the 5-member bomb, brother. And if you did get a membership, please make sure to thank Laughing Man for being so generous, brother. I hope you're doing well.
Fans.
You guys had me on.
You guys had me on 6 shots. Now, the reality of it is, Phil, we needed to get to $450 just for you to order the food.
Yep.
which means that you would have had to have done 4 shots anyway.
Yeah.
So we're supposed to believe that the difference in 2 additional shots is so much that Phil could not do DSP tries it. And he's basically saying that if you give him the money for these marathons, he will scam you. He just won't do it because he's too drunk. And it's your fault for feeding him too many shots. Even though he doesn't even do the shots when he gets the money, he does them at his own pace to avoid getting overly intoxicated. So it truly is his own fault that he...
Oh, 100%. I was fucking pissed off, right? He literally... So, what pissed me off about the man? What pisses me off about Phil, which is a lot of things. But he said there's not going to be any podcast. We're just going to jump into playing games, right? And of course, that was bullshit. So he said, I'll start playing the games when I get my first shot. So the first $100, we'll start playing the game, right? It took him an hour and 20 minutes to get that first $100 to get fucking drunk. So you essentially had a podcast, Phil. A podcast, which was just you sitting there begging. You were shaking your fucking tin cup like an e-beggar. Like, not even an e-beggar, man. E-beggar implies that he's online providing some form of content regardless of how shitty it is. He's not even an e-beggar. He's just a flat-out bum. He's a bum beggar. He is worse than people out on the street. He's worse than... Well, he's not... Well, yeah, they're even better. But he is worse than the person who has a decent living, right? Who actually makes some money, but actually panhandles just to scam people. Phil is worse than those people. I think Phil is worse than those people. I'd rather give those people money because at least then I can be like, all right, well, I can respect the game. I see what you're trying to do here. Yeah, you're a fucking scumbag. Yeah, you should rot in hell. But at least, you know, you kind of like, all right, well, you know, I guess he's trying to make it. Not Phil. Phil is worse than that. Good God.
Apparently went off the rails and was so far off the wagon, drunk out of his mind, because he controls when he does the show.
Well, he's still playing WWE Champions, so the streak is still going. That hasn't broken. But he really hasn't been spending that kind of money on it. Not enough to be able to... not enough for TJ to be able to calculate. So I think he's still spending money on WWE Champions, just not a lot. So instead of dropping the $1,000 he would every week, he might be dropping like $50-$60, you know, every couple days on the game. I don't know if it's because he's getting bored of it or he's trying to wean himself off. I don't know why he's not pumping out that money, but I think the last video I did was like 2 weeks ago and he only spent like $500, which is still a lot, but who knows? He probably has moved on to a new mobile game. I don't know what's out there that would interest him. I don't follow mobile games like that, so if anybody would know, you know, that would be interesting to find out and track.
Yep.
So it was clearly Phil's irresponsible behavior that led to the cancellation of DSP Tries It, but he must blame it on us.
Well, he wears...
not us,
okay.
but
Well, he wears those shirts because LTG embarrassed him. That's right. Again, this is a man that's not confident enough. Phil has never been confident enough, right? So I'm gonna put it out for you. So he has no confidence and has no self-worth, essentially. That when LTG told him that he was a Walmart NPC and he looked like a bum and he looked like Burt Reynolds and he told him go clean yourself up, he decided he was going to spend all this money or whatever money on clothing, get his hair cut every week, maybe shower once a week, right? He decided I need to do that because some other locale, some African American locale, which probably burns them even more, right? That he's black. Decided he wanted to talk about him and make fun of his appearance. So what did he do? He changed. Instead of saying, you know what, fuck you, I don't give a fuck what you say. I like the way I dress. You don't like it, fuck you. That's what he should have said. But of course, no, he didn't do that. He decided he needed to spiff up his wardrobe. And of course, he did it in the typical DSP fashion. Low fucking effort. He's still wearing his Zelda pajamas, right? He's wearing a dirty ass t-shirt underneath. All he's doing is just putting on a dress-up shirt. Or a button shirt.
Either subscribe, donate, or get the fuck out.
Thank you, Silverbricks, for subscribing. By the way, we're almost at 29,000 subscribers. Good God. Thank you, everyone, for I appreciate it. So, again, Phil, if you're going to dress up. Don't do it half-ass. Don't wear your dirty-ass, stretched-out pajama pants and then try to dress it up with a fucking shirt, a button shirt. Come on, bro. It's lipstick on a pig. Exactly. So, LTG made fun of his background. So what did he do? He decided he wanted to spend all this money to change his background. Like, you can constantly see it. The Detractors made fun of his hair. So now he spends all day fucking preening himself and putting those greasy hooves in his hair because he's so self-conscious about it. Like, he did it the other day. What's up, AirPod AI podcast, brother? How you doing? You should stream during one of the playthroughs and put your categories in there as game as he's playing. Yeah, I try not to do the restream stuff. I talked about that. That's, you know, big ups to Raw Phil. I kind of let Raw Phil handle that, you know what I mean? Make that money, Raw Phil. So I try not to do the Raw Phil stuff. I mean, I try not to do the stream sniping of Phil, but we might do it as a one-off one day. John, what's up, brother? How you doing? So of course, no confidence, you know, and then PPP spent the last 8 months shitting all over him, and what did he do? He decided, you know what, I need to become PPP. So he decided to become PPP. He got the same microphone as he did. He tried to do a similar background, put on all this tchotchke crap in the back. I'm shocked he didn't get a fucking slot machine. That was the only thing that I was surprised he didn't buy. He didn't get a fucking slot machine. You know what I'm shocked to? I'm shocked he didn't put on 300 additional pounds. Seriously. Ya King, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Big ups, brother. I am surprised that he didn't put on poundage so that he can become one with PPP. That's right. He didn't do that, but that's coming eventually. I guess he figured, you know what, there's enough fat people in my house. Because of course we all know that
Cat's fat!
Cat's extremely fat. So he figured, all right, we can't have 2 obese people in the house, you know, so I can't do that. But that's what he does. No self-confidence, no pride in himself, nothing. And that's why people run over him. Every fucking single time he lets people run over him.
Money, I really do. I need that money. Pay my bills.
Medusa, big ups, brother, for the 2.
Recently.
You helped me laugh, dude, bro. I hope you're feeling better, brother. We're praying for you. Put your hands in the chat for Medusa. We're glad that we can help you a little bit, brother. We can, brother. And let me know if you need anything, man. You got my email and stuff. Again, that goes to anybody. If I can help you guys in any way, let me know. I'll be happy. Give me 1 second, folks. 1 second. I'm gonna let this play, all right?
No, supported him. That's the thing. He's shaming his own supporters, the scumbag.
Up already, my stomach wasn't feeling that good, and I said to everyone, I'm not feeling like, I'm already feeling like pretty not necessarily full on drunk. I wasn't full on drunk.
It was like 6 shots in how many hours?
6 hours.
Okay, so
but man, you could tell when you're just not yourself because I was so much liquor in me. And I was like, I don't think we should do DSP tries it. Let's just have a meal together. And then I started to eat it. And quite honestly, it wasn't good. Like, I ordered this jambalaya and it tasted worse than what my wife makes when she makes homemade.
Oh,
we already saw it, but it's funny.
Oh.
Worse than my wife makes it.
Gumbo, I'm serious. Actually, her gumbo tasted better. I'm like, oh. And then the pizza, which I've had their pizza before many years ago. This one just wasn't that good. So I'm eating, I'm like, oh, like none of this is very good. So I ended up not even eating that much. I had that like 3 small, because those pieces of pizza were really small. So I had 3 small pieces of pizza and just a little bit of the jambalaya. And then all of a sudden, I start playing again. You guys have me taking shots. I'm like, oh my God. So we got through.
And don't do fire cells, fucking loot. Yeah. Like, what the hell? It's your thing.
No, listen, nobody even wants him to do any of this.
He
just comes up with it and then says, this is what you wanted.
Fuck that.
Pretty much as I thought we were going to get through. And what I mean by that is I didn't actually expect that I was going to beat Mega Man 4 through 6. I didn't.
Me
First
either.
of all, remember,
but that was the goal for the stream. And it's, you had all day to do it, Phil. And you save scummed the shit out of it to like beyond like parody how often he was save scumming. It was ridiculous. You guys have seen it. And he still couldn't beat the fucking games? How about he's forced to stay until he beats the fucking...
Wait, he was save scumming and couldn't beat it?
Yes.
The only one that
I know he was save scumming, but like you can at least beat it. It's easy if you save scum.
When I was a kid was Mega Man 4. So a bunch of videos there to watch. If you like classic Mega Man and you want to see me try to do it when pretty heavily intoxicated, give it a look. All right. Now, you guys supported so well. Not only did we hit the goal to do the food order.
Okay. Someone's saying check the live stream. Okay.
But are we really gonna check it every time, Phil? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. So I don't know. I mean, that's the word that was going around. And people, their detractors were sending me this shit, saying this.
But you worked with us anyway, Phil. Like, it makes you look bad, you stupid fuck. Everybody was telling me that they were bad, but then I worked with them anyway because I was desperate for money. It makes you look worse, Phil, you stupid fuck. Right.
Well, detractors were telling us how bad you were, Phil.
Which didn't turn into a DSP Tries It, sadly. But we also got 4 goals into a new week. All right. So what we're going to do, we're not going to do it immediately, but we're going to talk about what should DSP Tries It be this week. This week, I'm going to be open to anything. All right, like whatever you guys want. Even if you want fast food this week, whatever it is, we'll do whatever. I'm not going to be stingy this week.
Like, what are you talking about? Shouldn't you always go with what the audience wants for the food? I'm not going to be stingy this week. Isn't it supposed to be our reward, Phil? Isn't it supposed to be your fans' reward? But Phil's like, listen, I'm not going to be stingy with your reward this week. You can pick any sort of food to watch me eat this week, guys. I'm a gracious king.
Now, of course, some ridiculously stupid people on the internet actually think they can make a big deal out of the fact that I didn't formally record a DSP Tries It. That's how fucking insane these losers are.
Wait.
Whoa.
Then don't have a goal, you fucking scam artist retard.
Guys, I can't believe you're trying to make a big deal of the fact that I didn't do the goal that I was promised, even though I did 3 times the total amount of that goal.
Buddy, that's the fucking, like, reason you do DSP Tries It.
By the way, he's getting so fucking angry. Dude, if it wasn't a big deal, why are you so angry?
Yeah.
Because he knows he's guilty.
All right. Guess what? We hit the goal. I ordered food. I ate the food. And I told you it wasn't good. Literally.
Guys, if you guys donate to him for him to do fucking DSP Tries It, you're a retard. For real. Like... Oh, guys, I got the food and I ate it.
Money.
Wow.
The reality is, and I think why Phil was so upset with the Mega Man marathon, even though he made $1,200, was because all of that money was money that had already been prearranged. So what I really think genuinely happens with this guy is he has his couple whales in the Discord server, and they're all told donate under these certain sock puppet accounts at these certain times. And so Phil knows he's going to get a certain baseline amount of support. And then I don't think he got much more beyond that. And that's why he was so seething and pissy.
He wanted 4K,
now,
right?
Yeah, but now these streams that he's been doing after, he's missing the goal.
All right, sorry about that, folks. Good God, my bad. My apologies. That was Soulmate. Soulmate had given me a call. Sorry, my apologies. She's started work. And she just had some questions, so I had to take a few minutes. I'm on the phone, yes. So sorry. Again, I mentioned this when I first started. I was running late because I had a few things to get done. I'm here. Sorry. All right, so let's watch. Where we at here? Let's see. Oh, I missed a good. That's fine. I'll follow along. Welcome. Yes, welcome. Thank you.
And it's because the whales are fucking tapped out from having to give him over $1,000 in one shot.
That's true.
And there just aren't any small dollar donators to actually hit the goals. So
thank you, Draco. I appreciate that, brother.
Really, the only thing we didn't do, I didn't do a formal DSP Tries It where I rated the food and I didn't play the intro. But you got DSP Tries It just...
Okay, I wanted to rant about that because I think that pissed me off the most too. Was he sitting there telling everyone he didn't do a DSP Tries It, and then he explains why he didn't do a DSP Tries It. When that doesn't work on his viewers, and they get so annoyed and pissed off with him, because let's be honest, it wasn't just the LARPers, it wasn't the trolls. You had idiots like Foxy, whatever, that gave him money, and they were annoyed. They were fucking annoyed. Yeah, King, big ups, brother. Thank you. I think you donated. I'm not sure. I'll figure it out here. I'm still a little disjointed, so my apologies. Let me just finish my thought before I forget here. He spent God knows how much time trying to get him, or trying to get his dents to believe that he didn't do a formal podcast, right? And then when that wasn't working and nobody was buying that bullshit and they were protesting, he then tried to claim now, well, I actually gave it to you. The only thing I didn't do was I didn't say tangy and flavorful and whatever fucking adjective I like to say when I do the DSP tries it. I didn't do that. The one thing he didn't do too on that was, I think he ordered from the place, but he didn't order what he said he was going to order. So apparently he was supposed to try out some new shit that they made there at that place. He didn't even do that. He got pizza and that jambalaya nasty shit. So you didn't do it, Phil. Just stop lying. Stop lying. And AI Podcast, brother, thank you for dropping the memberships or the subscriptions on Kick. I do appreciate that, brother. I really, really do. Yeah, I thank you, Ya King, for being honest. You know what? I need a couple mods on Kick, so I'm gonna mod you, brother. I'm gonna mod AI Podcast on Kick. I'm gonna give you the OG badge, and I'm gonna give you whatever the other thing that they give you. There you go. That's right. I'm taking a picture from. I'm taking a picture from. Oh, I'm doing a DSP here. That's right. I'm doing a DSP. And then Toxic Dubs, thank you, brother, for being an Only Iced Coffee investor, brother. I do appreciate that, brother. Really do. I really, really do. All right, let's keep going.
It wasn't a great episode, so I decided not to actually formally produce and upload it.
Well, wait a minute.
Then you didn't fucking do it,
was
you
a
fucking
bad
idiot.
Episode?
No,
it's terrible. It's fucking dog.
No, anyone that just hangs out on Kick, I give them mod chip or whatever. I treat them just like I treat the YouTube chat. If you're out on Kick, let me know. I'll make you a mod. I'll make everyone a mod on Kick, just like I do on just like I'll give you the mod and the badges or whatever. Dude, no one has to buy badges. Duty doesn't sell badges. No, I'm not DSP.
Dog shit, Phil. But
do
we're
a new
supposed
one.
to accept it then? No, just do a proper one for us then, Phil.
Oh my god.
And again, let's be real. Let's be fucking real. Let's be fucking real. Let's be fucking real. No one gives a shit about DSP tries it. Except for like maybe 3 fucking dents. No one gives a shit about DSP tries it. No one gives a fuck, really. I don't really give a fuck. I don't care whether he does or not. But you know what I care about, Phil? I care about you being honest. I think that's probably what bothers me the most, is that you're not honest. You lie. And there's no reason for you to lie. You know, why don't you just come the fuck on and just say, look, I didn't do what I said I was supposed to do. And I owe you one. That's all you need to do, Phil. All you need to do is just be honest and say, look, I didn't fulfill my promise. It looks like people really want this, right? And so, look, I didn't fulfill my promise. Sorry. Phil basically should have said that. He should have just came on and said, look, I didn't fulfill my promise. I see that some people want this, right? So what I'm going to do is today or tomorrow or whenever, I'm going to do the DSP tries it. That's what you should do, Phil. Simple as that. There's no reason to do all this other shit that you do.
Money. I really do. I need that
What's up
money.
behind every pillar? How you doing, brother?
Phil works out of an extended cluttered closet.
Well, I'm not gonna shit on him for because, dude, you guys, I've talked about my little media room, my studio. It's like 3x3. It looks like, if you ever watch The Office, my office looks like what's his name? Ryan's closet office. It's small. My office is like 3x4, so it's really small. But I did it that way because I didn't need that much space, and it's good for the sound. You don't get a lot of verbation and just feedback. So that's why I did it. But I get where you're coming from, Medusa. I appreciate that too. It is a shitty place, and the problem is it's dusty and dirty, which it's pretty annoying. I'm sorry. I like to work in a clean space. Like every time I stream, when I'm done, I have some cleaners, I have some product, I wipe everything down. I wipe my monitor, my mouse, my keyboard, my desk, everything. Once a week, I sweep and mop my little office because, you know, it's just nice to work in a clean place. Dude, I even fucking wipe down my chair because people sweat. It just happens. You sweat, whatever. Wipe shit down, bro. Stop being a dirty scumbag.
If you're such a mentally ill moron who you think I owe you something because I didn't do a
positive content, we're the toxic ones.
I
All this.
know.
You do. These are the people who donated you money, who
that
keep
shit
you
smells
alive
like
and
ass.
breathing.
He's yelling at his own supporters.
Imagine throwing 2K and then this fucking guy's like, you know what? A thing I promised? I'm gonna half-ass it because you got me drunk.
You're gonna accept it anyway because it's your fault that you got me drunk, guys.
What a fucking mongoloid.
formal DSP tries it, you can kiss my hairy ass.
He's talking about his alcoholism now. Of course he is.
Ass,
Listen,
you get
don't
nothing.
need to hear every fucking fart and queef from Phil's ass right now.
Yeah. By the way, he retconned
We'll get-
the whole Hogan's hangout thing again.
Of course. Listen, he's gonna retcon it a million times.
Oh, by the way, I gotta let you guys know today's show on the podcast. So, Duty's gonna probably get a bunch of clips, just to let you know. So, I would recommend watch the podcast, watch Kino Casino podcast. Give it a watch. It's gonna be great tonight. I have a feeling they're going to talk about the whole snake eating thing. They're going to address they're going to talk about what happened throughout the year. And the one thing that PPP hasn't really talked about much were the Discord conversations. So we do have the DM leaks, which were just pages and pages of Phil ranting and raving and acting like a spoiled brat and a girlfriend, right? We have those, but they have alluded to time over and time. PPP has talked about conversations that Phil had in DMs and voice conversations on Discord, and they really haven't talked about that or released those. I think what PPP do is he's just waiting. He's just waiting, and he's drip feeding it. He's just waiting for a good day just to slam Phil with something that we don't know. I think maybe tonight we will get some more information about what happened in the 8-month arc. And I'm there for it, brother. I am there for it. Yeah, big up to Kino Casino for the content. I'll probably in this video, this podcast, I'm gonna link their stream. So that's tonight at 8:30. So go check it out. Go give them a view, do whatever. If you wanna contribute, go ahead. If not, it's all good. AI podcast, what'd you say? If he's gaslighting his payers like this, imagine what he says to his like, yo, bro, for sure. God, and you know what? He's a punk bitch. He is. He's a punk bitch. He doesn't confront anyone. He might try to treat his wife like shit, but he does it like a sneaky scumbag. You know what I mean? Like, he'll probably talk about her under his breath. That's why he talks so much shit about her on her streams. She was working that day when he made that comment about her food. So he probably realized, well, she's not going to know. She's not going to find out. She's not going to hear me sneak dissing her about fucking her shitty food. And that's how he does it. People like that are punk bitches because they refuse to own their scummery. They really do. They refuse to own it. If you want to be a scumbag, I rather deal with a scumbag that's 100% unadulterated a scumbag, where everything that comes out of his mouth is just dookie. You know what I mean? Like, his breath even smells bad when he talks. I'd rather deal with someone like that who owns it than Phil. Because Phil will try to tell you that he's a nice guy, when deep down, he's nothing but a horrible person. Through in and out. Like, this is the type of dude that would run over his fucking mother just to get the last piece of pizza. Really, really fucking would. Can we start making toys of Piggy? Yeah, I have toys. I do have Gout Boy. I have my Gout Boy mug. I have a few that I still have. I'm gonna start ramping those up again. I did buy a 3D printer. It did come in, but of course, Duty was in Spain, so I really didn't get to do much. So I'm trying to get Darkseid to Phil. He's been really busy. So I'm trying to get him to create me some STL files of Pig Boy. Once I get that, I'll be able to create new little toys and stuff. I've been dying to do a Funko Pop of Phil. It's an Elego EELGOO something Centurion. It's that one. I think I paid like $350 for it. It's pretty good. I did one printout and it printed out pretty fast, and it was pretty good. The one thing I hear about a lot, yes, that one. A lot of people say that you have to deal with clogging and shit like that. I haven't had any issues with it. It ran perfectly, and it was pretty fast. So we'll ramp that up.
We'll cover it next time.
We're gonna get to it on Wednesday. The thing is, there's just so much nonsense Phil content that happens that we can never get through all of it. We're like, fucking
that's
7
right, y'all.
clips behind.
That's right, y'all. Everything that's broken in the house, it was her fault. She broke the vacuum. She broke the toilet. She broke the sink somehow. She breaks everything. And again, Phil, you don't need to. If you want to talk about how fucking shit your station in life is, and how shitty your home is, you know, just fucking say it. You don't have to cast blame. But of course, Phil wants to make sure everyone knows it wasn't his fault. Because there's nothing he can do that's wrong. When I'm positive, half the shit that probably broke in the house or more was because of his stupidity. Really, that's probably what happened. He was stupid. He was too lazy to actually fix something or do something, and it broke. And then, of course, he just, like the vacuum. He probably turned the vacuum on real quick to pick up something he spilled. Like, he probably spilled like a cup of water like he always does, because you know this motherfucker's always spilling something, and decided, oh, you know what? I'm too lazy to use a towel or a mop to clean it. Let me just get the fucking vacuum. And he pulled out the vacuum and tried to suck it up, and it probably fucked up the vacuum. And then instead of telling his wife that he fucked it up, he probably just closed the fucking, pulled the cord back on, stuck it back in the closet, and said, you know what? When Kat tried to use it and it doesn't work, we can blame her. He probably did that.
From fucking yesterday alone, and now it's like live. He's like building up a massive mountain of fucking bullshit. And there's only so much bullshit that we can tackle at any given fucking time.
Okay. Yes, of course, Moron's saying I insulted my wife's cooking. No, I didn't. Again, what is wrong with you fucking losers?
Yes, you did.
What is wrong with you? Can you get a fucking mic and stop microanalyzing everything I say? And trying to
No! Got money.
God, this fucking guy, man.
Hopefully, Cat escapes.
Right, thank you for the
this
$1.99. I hope so, man. But I think she's shackled down, man. She's shackled down by the weight of DoorDash. She's shackled down by the 7 years of DoorDash, of eating DoorDash, man. I think she has to drop some weight first, man. I think she has to drop some weight. If she drops some weight and starts taking care of herself, I think then she'll want to leave. Seriously. Hey, Duty, do you see that DSP has a dog? No, I don't think he has he might. He said he had 4 animals, so he probably has a dog. I don't know if he has one because we would have heard the dog bark. Unless he keeps that shit in the garage caged up every day when he streams. But we've heard the bird. We know about the rabbit. We know about the bearded dragon. We know about Jasper. So, yeah, we would probably hear about that. I don't know. But if I do hear anything about it, I'll let everyone know. Definitely. So you guys know I have kind of a, how can I say? I have a hookup with someone that works a certain place that I tend to get some information here and there about certain packages. I won't get too much into it. So if there's anything ever ordered dog related, I'll let everyone know. Yes, bearded dragon. According to PPP, Phil has a bearded dragon, the cat, he had a rabbit, and he has birds. He has exotic birds. So he has 4 animals. That's according to PPP. Now, everything that PPP has stated has been true so far regarding the the Kino arc with Phil. Everything they've said has been true. Did you see Phil mentioned the bird during the 10-year plan video? The 10-year plan? Yeah. Oh, well, we heard the stupid fucking bird in the background, and Phil tried to claim it was his neighbor. That's right. Yeah, dude. My neighbor's kids are always out there at midnight squawking like fucking birds. That's like the in thing. That's the in thing for all the kids. Yeah, rip Bugs Bunny. But dude, who do you know in this world has 1 rabbit? Rabbits are communal animals, so you typically just can't have, you can't just have 1 bunny, typically have to have 2 so they can socialize. So even though Bugs Bunny died, Bugs Bunny Jr. is probably still alive. He probably has 2 of them. And knowing them, they probably made it, and have a whole bunch of rabbits. He probably has like fucking a litter of 20 rabbits hanging out in that house.
We like doing that. We like
and a horse. Yeah.
As long as you keep getting angry like that, it will never stop.
No,
Phil.
He did. Oh, Corza, do me a favor. If you check out the Raw Phil stream, and you can get the timestamp, we'll play it here, and we'll do, what's it called, sleuthing. We'll do some sleuthing to see if we can hear the is it the dog or the bird?
He doesn't understand. Or he does, and he just can't help himself.
You have 2 bunnies that are rescued. Bunnies are cute. I love bunnies.
To continue to have people.
By the way, I don't know why he wants to hide the fact that he has rabbits. Phil, stop being retarded, brother. No one gives a shit that you have rabbits. I'm guessing he's not allowed to have rabbits because of the HOA. There's probably some type of restriction, and that's the reason why he's worried about someone reporting him that he has rabbits. But I'm telling you now, Phil, your HOA doesn't give a fuck. How many people dude? I told you guys, there's a lady. She's the head of the HOA. She's so sick and tired of hearing from people calling about Phil that she just ignores it, even if it's true. Even if what they're saying is true. Like, they can say, oh, I saw a video and Phil had Cat hostage and he had a gun to her head. She would be like, yeah, no, fuck off, and hang up on you. Like, she's so sick of hearing people calling up about Phil. So why do you care? Just tell people that you have a fucking rabbit. You know what, Phil? That might make you seem a little bit sympathetic. You know what I mean? Like, if he said, yeah, I have rabbits, I love them, I care for them, and you can see that they're visibly taken well care of, you might have people that says, well, that's cool, man. That's nice that he cares for rabbits. He apparently, you might get the people that say, well, how bad can he really be if he actually likes animals? Like, how terrible can a person be if they like animals? Especially like rabbits. Like, I think rabbits are cute, but I wouldn't own rabbits. It's not my thing. I love cats. I'm a cat person, so I have a cat. But I don't know. I don't understand. But dude, we overanalyzing it if you tell us about it. Yeah, like, we don't overanalyze everything you do, Phil. And again, the reason why this is all done, here's the little dirty secret, Phil. Here's the little dirty secret. We're just fucking with you, Phil. We just want to annoy you and upset you, brother. That's it. It's not deeper. It's no deeper than that, Phil. The deepness of the vortex is we want to point and laugh at you. That's it, bro. Honestly, that's what it is. Yeah, I'll agree with you. There's a small segment of the vortex that are sick in their fucking heads. They are. And those people need to get roped. Honestly, they do. They really, really do. You're welcome, Toxic. You really do. They really do. But for the most part, brother, most people, at the very worst, they want to see you homeless, right? Or punched in the face. But on average, it's just people want to laugh at your stupid ass. That's what it is. Honestly. I feel bad for Kat. I do. But I straddle that line with Kat where I feel like, well, is she enabling Phil? Yeah, she is enabling Phil. I gotta enable that, brother. I gotta enable the channel points on Kick. I haven't done it yet. I will. It's just something on the to-do list. Is she enabling it? I honestly think that she just resigned her life. She's like, fuck it. She reminds me of a prisoner. She has that prison mentality where all they care about is 3 hots and a cock. Cot, not cock, excuse me. Because I don't think she cares about cock. Cot, unless it's Tyrone's. That's all it is. She wants 3 hots and a cot. You feed me 3 times, you give me 3 DoorDashes, and you give me a bed to sleep, and that's all I care about. What's up, Derek? How you doing? And I think, yeah, sorry, pause. Yes, pause. But it's true. It's true. I really think that that's all she gives a shit about right now. But that's why I'm really hoping that she finally wakes up one morning and says, you know what? I'm tired of being
Cat's fat.
I'm tired of that. I'm gonna lose some fucking weight, and I wish she loses some weight and that she looks super hot. That she looks good. She gets her makeup on point.
Either subscribe, donate, or get the fuck out.
She gets her makeup on point, and she finally wakes up and says, you know what? I'm done with this bullshit. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. I'm done. That's what I'm really hoping for. Will it happen? I don't know. And the likelihood of it happening shrinks by the day as she gets older. She's what, 35? She's 7 years younger than Phil, so she's 36, I think. She'll be 36 this year. Yeah, I don't know.
Twist it into something toxic because you are life losers. No one insulted my wife's cooking, you fucking...
No, you did.
Armpit scratching mouth droolers.
You did.
Didn't happen. Shut the fuck up.
What a bitch.
By the way, everyone on the Kick stream, after the stream, I'm going to give you guys badges and
every
make
single
you
fucking
moderators.
dunce who says it too. Goodbye, get the fuck out of the chat. You're so dumb.
You're so dumb.
Look, he's just absolutely shaking with
There
rage.
you go. Fuck you, and fuck you. Dumb, dumber, and dumb. It's all gone. All right.
Well, Phil,
Shake
you're
Shack
not...
has you.
By the way, real quick, here's the back segment of the stream. If you want bubbles, we got to get to 100 likes, pimps. We do. We're at 69 likes. Come on, man. We can do better than that.
You're not proving them wrong, Phil. You're only proving that you're afraid of what they have to say, my friend.
He's such a fucking loot.
Hot dogs, do they really? Really?
You have a hope.
And by the way,
Snarky.
good morning, everyone, because a lot of people are trying to get my attention, but you got to understand that when I start the show, usually I have to do an opening monologue with the important stuff to talk about.
Oh, the monologue!
The
monologue.
Stop.
It's like
crazy.
SNL. He has to do the
The
opening
monologue? He's like David Letterman or fucking Jay Leno out here. It's the monologue. Stop it.
Wins the top 10 list,
Oh,
buddy.
man.
Good morning, Chris. I know Jade says that they're going to try to watch, but Jade doesn't feel good. So, Jade, I hope you feel better today. What's up, everyone who's here? I hope you're all
It
having...
makes me happy, even though he like pisses me off and I have headaches after watching him. It makes me happy to watch him suffer. Like, it really
That's
is
true.
a fucking.
Oh yeah, it's a cathartic experience
is.
to see Phil get fucking felted, buddy.
Yeah.
Especially when he gets up on a high, and that's what I really like about our arc with Phil is we gassed him up and then just crashed him fucking down. And
Big
now
ups,
like his
Bambi,
mental
for
illness
following.
just comes
Appreciate
to the
it.
fore all the fucking time.
Yes, Rare
way
Tricks. I
more
am.
than ever before.
Thank you guys for the follow. I appreciate you guys on Kick. We're rocking like 8 viewers on Kick. Big ups. I think when I was streaming back, and I was getting like 30 people, so hopefully I can get back to those numbers. But anyone on Kick, I'm gonna give you guys mod powers, and I'm gonna give you the OG and the other whatever the other badge is. So anyone on stream today, I'm gonna hook you guys up. No, and you guys don't have to pay for that. It's all free. Dude is giving away all for free.
It's really good to see. You know, and people are like, but he's making money and da-da-da. Well, he's always going to be making money. He's a fucking dirty cockroach.
Everyone could make
That's true.
money online.
Big up, Z-Bull. Thank you for
possible
following, brother.
anyone.
Thank you for following.
Except for iDubbbz.
Yeah, I mean,
Even
there's
he
some
makes some
motherfuckers-
money here and there. I mean, like.
But listen,
I watch a little bit of iDubbbz. iDubbbz, as vapid and as boring as he become, he's still more interesting than Phil. At least watching, what's her name? What's his wife's name? Anicia? Look, I'm not gonna lie. Anicia is cute. She's hot. She's pretty hot. She is. I mean, she's a little bit, you know, she overdoes it with the tattoos. I'm not a big fan of, like, just random tattoos all over the place just to have them.
Fuck up.
But, like, look-wise,
subscribe,
she's
donate,
pretty.
get the
She's
fuck
not
out.
ugly. I don't think she's ugly. At least there, you know, at least with her, you have something pretty to look at. What you have with Phil, this is what you have to look at. A balding boomer who's boring. That's Anicia, that's her name, yes. I think she, you know, she's boring as all fuck. She doesn't offer any value to the stream, but at least she's cute. Give her that much. At least she's cute. Gotta give her that much. No, it's funny because I've heard some people simping for Anissa, like, oh my god, she has like a unique look to her. I think that's what it is. And I think I've said this before. I'm a big fan of the mouth, like the lips and the teeth. I'm a big fan. Like there's something about. I'll give you an example. What the hell is her name, man? Remember the movie?
Money, subs.
Remember the movie
He's
with
still living week to week, paycheck to paycheck.
He definitely is. No, not even week to week. This motherfucker's living day to day. That's why he's been ranting about tips lately. So what I was gonna say here. Big up somebody. I can't see that, but LD0, thank you for following. You can't chat on Kick right? That's not a problem. But though, if you come on, Brandon, I'll still give you the founder's badge and all that stuff. Don't worry about it. Whoever's just on there, I'll give them whatever badges they want. I don't care. Thank you for following. Oh my god, we're getting all the fun. Thank you for Wet Willie. I appreciate it. Yeah, anyone on, I'll give you guys badges and all that shit, brother. Don't worry about it. Until I can't give them any more. So, but what's that movie? What was that movie with Seth Rogen where he got her pregnant? Remember he got the chick pregnant? He was working on a porn site or something like that. God, I forgot the movie. Paul Rudd is in it. Who knows the movie? Anybody know the movie that I'm talking about? Where he got her knocked up? Knocked Up. There you go. That's the stupid movie. All right, what's the chick's name in Knocked Up? The blonde. Yes, Katherine Heigl. Thank you, brothers. I appreciate it. I don't think she's very attractive. She's okay, but she could be very annoying. But there's something about her teeth like her lips and her teeth that are super sexy. She's just super sexy. I don't know what it is. It's the mouth. Like, she has a very sexy mouth. And Duty has a thing for sexy. I don't know what it is. So that's what I find kind of attractive about Nisa. She has a nice. No, it's not. It's like the shape and the color. Like, if you had, like, I have a thing about nice teeth. If you have nice teeth, it goes a long way. Even if you're semi. It's not a fetish. Come on, don't kink shame Duty. Please stop. No kink shaming. I just like. I like a pretty mouth. I don't know what it is. I like a pretty mouth. Yeah, that's all it is. Pretty mouth. Pretty nice teeth, clean. You know, it goes a long way. No shame in Duty. Stop it. I appreciate you guys for subbing on or following on Kick. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I enjoy it when Phil is fucking like losing his mind, like manically melting down,
Yeah,
like
don't
he
kick
does
shame,
to
that's
me.
right.
That's. By the way, we got Canadian A-Law.
We hit the support goal.
Oh, by the way, too, for you guys that were complaining last time that I need to do a better job of clipping the support segments of Kino, there you go. You're welcome. I tried to do my best to clip all that out. You guys won't hear them screaming about subs. What I do? Hold on a second. Sorry. Oh, big ups to Amit.
It wasn't quality enough to go on your YouTube channel.
Oh, right here. This is it. Sorry about that.
So it wasn't real.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, so what you're admitting is the quality wasn't good. It wasn't a satisfactory reward for the audience. In your own opinion, you're saying it wasn't quality enough to go on your YouTube channel.
I'm not saying she's a decent person. I'm already admitting that she's annoying. She's a scumbag. I'm not saying that. But if you're comparing, like, the segment here was he was comparing iDubbbz to DSP. And he was saying that DSP is more entertaining. And I said, no, DSP is not more entertaining. Rare Tricks with the sub bomb. Thank you, brother, for the 2. I appreciate it. That's very generous of you. I can't highlight your message, man, but I appreciate it. Thank you, Rare Tricks. That's very nice of you, brother. Hillary Scan. That's not that attractive. All right. But what I was saying was, if you're comparing iDubbbz to DSP, that's a wash. They're both super boring as fuck. But at least with iDubbbz, Anissa is kind of semi-attractive to watch. So you get some value versus what DSP gives you, which is nothing.
And you're saying, though, it wasn't a scam? That's a clear scam, Phil.
Thing that is an inferior version. In my professional capacity
Johnny,
as a
thank you,
creator,
brother, for the one.
That's my
for the
prerogative.
one membership, brother.
I still went through every single step of what I promised and gave you the content, and you can watch the content as part of the archived stream, which I left live on this channel just for this purpose.
I love how this motherfucker talks out of both sides of his mouth. I just fucking love it. He'll tell you he didn't do it, but then tell you he did it, and then he'll try to give you an excuse for why he didn't create a separate video. And he'll tell you that the production was beneath him, right? But then justifies it and says, well, I still published the trash anyway. So if you want to go see my trash, go see it on the live stream that I left up, which I believe is not even available anymore. That's the type of shit you get with him. Disnor, thank you for following. Disnorted, thank you for following, brother. That is the type of garbage that you get from this guy. Just pick a lane. Phil, pick a fucking lane. You either not gonna do it and you didn't do it, or you did it and there you go. Pick a fucking lane. Stop trying to straddle that fence, because you remind me of Boogie. Because all I want to do with people that straddle a fence is kick them off the fence, and hopefully maybe they get their leg caught on a hook or something. That's how I feel about people that fence sit.
So that someone couldn't try to say that I didn't do it, because it did. You can watch it right now. Okay? Now.
And then retcons it. Tries to say, well, I knew people were going to bitch and complain, so I left it live. I left the slop that I couldn't record as a separate video. I left that shit live for everyone to watch.
If you actually think that I did not fulfill my end of the deal because I didn't play the intro that says DSP tries it,
here it comes.
Then hold on
This
one
is so
second.
good.
Ready?
Here comes the scene.
No! Did he?
This is the best.
Now, this little segment here, again, I thought was funny, but of course, Phil had to ruin it. I thought it was funny. I thought, all right, this is a good bit. This was a good bit. Like, it's funny. But again, Phil, you can't sit here and try to claim that you didn't do something, but yet you did it. It was shit, but still you gave it to them. and then do shit like this, then curse people out when they're upset. Now again, Phil, you're straddling the line because you say that, well, when someone questions you about this segment right here, you say, well, I'm talking to my detractors. No, you're not, Phil, because your detractors don't give a fuck about DSP Tries It. They don't give a fuck whether you do it or not. What you're doing is you're talking to the people like Foxy Fox who donate, right? That said, hey, you really didn't meet the goal. You didn't give us the reward. You're talking to these people, Phil. Now, you're too chicken shit to tell your donors that, you know, to go fuck off. So what you try to do is you try to mask it. And then when you get called out again for being a bastard, then you'll sit there and say, well, I'm not talking about you idiots. I'm talking about those other idiots.
Stop. Stop.
No. DSP tries it, seething uncontrollably.
Hi, on today's new episode of DSP Tries It, I'm gonna try telling all of you dunce fuck detractors that I don't give a fuck about what you say.
No, but you do. That's why you're crashing out, Unc.
Amazing.
By the way, real quick, a little something I like to do to reward you guys, as Duty does rewards. That's right, if I can do it. Oh, wait. Why can't you? Oh, my God, I can't give you a reward. What's going on? Hold on a second. Oh, there it is. Oh, man, I can't give you a reward. What the fuck's going on? There it is. There it is. Reward for 100 likes. Big ups, everybody. Big ups for the 100 likes. Much appreciated. That's right. Thank you. I guess begging does work. Begging does work. Thank you. I appreciate it. Would you want Anissa to blank or suck me? I don't know. No, I'm happy with what I have. I'm a one girl dude. So if I was single, you said, I don't know. Maybe, you know, if she washed up. If she washed up and shut her mouth, maybe AI podcast. If you get enough, if Duty's lonely enough, maybe.
So fucking funny, dude. I was fucking screaming when I watched this live. I was fucking losing it, dying, buddy. Like, it's just, you sure own that song.
Who is the Stone Cold man? Are you talking about the guy in the black t-shirt? That is Worski. That is the co-host of Kino Casino.
I like how the only people he's founting are his own donators and not the trolls.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like the fucking trolls and the detractors are feasting, Philip. This is the real feasting with the king, my friend.
DSP Tries It.
Devour.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that special edition of DSP Tries It.
I did.
Okay, good stuff. Anyway, like I said, we will do a DSP Tries It this coming week, and I'll let you guys pick whatever you want, whether it's Shake Shack's hot dog. That sounds good to me, because I've never had a Shake Shack hot dog. That sounds like something tasty to do.
Oh, I'm gonna have a milkshake. You want me to have a milkshake? Buddy, this is the most fucking gay shit in the world.
It really is, isn't it?
God, what's
up, a shit night? How you doing, brother?
Different to do. So maybe we'll do that, okay? Cool. Or if you want the adult meal.
Oh, if you want the adult meal.
Lance.
If you want the adult meal, order it yourself.
You see it, because Lance wasn't here on Friday.
Stuff. Yeah, that's very annoying.
Lance says I should upload that special edition of DSP Tries It. Oh, it'll be a good one.
Imagine, imagine taking notice of when and where your viewers are. Like, it's like church attendance, you know. So, brother Murdoch, we didn't see you at Wednesday's fellowship. Is everything okay? We missed you the following Sunday as well. We'd like to see you make up for that loss of contribution to the church, brother. That would be good.
It's already been clipped and stolen and uploaded to someone else's channel with nothing to make it transformative, but they'll claim that they somehow are legally protected doing that when they're not.
All right, cry about it, bitch. What are you gonna do about it?
It's fucking oblivion, but you know, like I said,
you're gonna what?
They're legally protected doing that when they're not, and I could sue them into fucking oblivion.
No, sue them.
What? Do it then.
Do it, bitch.
Buddy, he asked Nick Ricada, and he asked Legal Mindset.
And Legal Mindset?
They both told him to get fuck. You know, that was where the end of his legal exploration. That's where it all ended. Legal explorations came to an end after messaging 2 law tubers. It was done.
Yep.
Like I said, all this is being tracked. All this is being documented for the future.
Stop.
Who gives a
All
shit?
being documented. Like,
You would have enough evidence right now.
Man.
You would
I'm
have
back, guys.
all the evidence you needed right now to do it.
Future use in a court of law. So it's all good.
Yeah, he's gonna sue me
I can't
for
wait
being
to own
away.
half the shit that my detractors own in a few years.
Why
Anyway,
would it be half? Why not all?
This
What
guy
do you-
is
you
such a
know,
fucking.
Apparently, Phil doesn't understand how the law works. I guess he still hasn't. Asked Chat GPT a statute of limitation. So I'm not gonna get into that whole thing. It's just him coping and seething. I have no clue what he's talking about. First of all, he doesn't have enough money to sue anyone. And again, who's he gonna sue? The only case that maybe, just maybe, he has some legal standing on is maybe Raw Phil. Maybe. And even with that, he can argue transformative. And I think he has a good argument for transformative. Easily. Now he thinks his whatchamacallit is similar. Oh my god, is that It's a Me Ken? It's a Me Ken. What's up, brother? How you doing? I think that's the real It's a Me Ken. I'm not sure. Anyway, what's up, brother? How you been, man? I haven't seen you on Phil streaming quite a while. It's probably some LARPer. Did you see yesterday where he didn't know how capital gains work? Of course he doesn't. He's an idiot. When he was talking about how if you have a 401k, it gets taxed, he just doesn't fucking understand. God, he's such an idiot. He's such a fucking idiot. Since my last 401k, which was a long time ago, the last one I cashed out, I think I had to pay. They took 20%. The 401k had like 100k in it. They took out 20% for taxes. And then when I filed my taxes, since I didn't meet those special circumstances where I was over 55 or retired or whatever, I had to pay an extra 10%, which I was able to whatchamacallit because I said I paid for my medical premiums, so I didn't even have to pay the 10% penalty. So there's ways to whatchamacallit. So yes, Phil doesn't understand how capital gains or anything works. And again, it would be fine. It would be fine if it was just some usual person or whatever, but this is Phil. This is a man who got a bachelor's degree, you know, in finance of all things. Finance, business administration, finance degree. Good Jesus. You dox your own income, do 20%. No, that was what I had in my 401k. So this was I think my first job that I had. And back then I really didn't have really any responsibility. This was before kids and all that. And I think I was dropping like 15 or 20% of my paycheck into my 401k. And I had it very stock heavy. It was very stock heavy. I had it in a mutual fund that was like 90% stock, 10% bonds, I think it was. And it banked. Oh my God, it banked. Good God. It was like, I had it for like 5 or 6 years. And then I decided instead of rolling it into an IRA, I'm gonna cash it out and I'm gonna buy me some property. That's what I did. So, yep. But of course, he doesn't understand anything. He doesn't understand how things work. He's an idiot. He's an idiot. The man's an idiot for sure. All right. So that was the first Kino video. Let's see here. I have another one from Kino, which was pretty good too. So this was from Monday. So again, but watch it tonight. I think tonight's going to be good. We might actually get some secrets that we haven't heard of from PPP since everything started, since the whole Feltoning and all that. I'm really hoping, because I know that we've heard about the DM leaks, but he rarely talks about the Discord conversations that he had with Phil. Those would be interesting. Those would be very interesting. So I don't think he would opt to. What's up, Shane? I don't think he would show those screen shots, but he could talk about that. So it should be interesting. Snoot said Darziak is back. Well, I can tell you this. I've had conversations with Darziak on Twitter, and I don't think he's editing or anything for Phil, but he still moderates for Phil from time to time. So, you know, I had a conversation with him about when Phil first started ranting and raving about lawsuits or whatever. So as far as I know, I don't think he's editing or anything, but I think he is. He's probably still moderating for DSP. Who the fuck knows? All right, so this was the second video we had here, where this was Phil. He was getting mocked for blaming detractors for his first world problems. Now, this was Phil the other day, where he was upset because he was doing a Phil's Day Off segment, and he was so annoyed that he couldn't tell people about his interesting story that he got diarrhea, or that maybe Kat got diarrhea, or maybe both of them had diarrhea and Phil was sitting on the couch and Kat farted so hard that, you know, poop came out and smacked him. I don't know what it was. I don't know why he was upset, but he was pissed off that he couldn't share those stories with his chat. And he said, you know what? I know I sound boring, but it's not my fault that I'm a boring motherfucker. It's not my fault that every time I come on my stream after my day off, I have to tell you how I went grocery shopping for 4 hours and my fat wife stayed home and played Skyrim. That's Phil. And so he was upset and mad. He was upset and mad that he can no longer regale people with his boring ass stories, right? Which I said to myself, that's not true, brother. You could still give your story. You just don't have to give every regarded detail. You know, Phil loves to give every single regarded detail that there is. And again, Phil, who cares? Who gives a shit? If you tell people what? You know, oh, by the way, okay, no, I'm sorry. Let me rewind. You know why he cares? Because he just confirmed that the bank leaks are true. Now you say to yourself, Duty, what are you talking about? What does diarrhea have to do with the bank leaks? Well, Phil is so scared to divulge any information on what he did on his day off because he's worried that there's going to be a record of him doing stuff on a day off, right? So if he tells people I had sushi this day at this restaurant, right, with Fat Cat, he's worried that maybe, just maybe, when the next bank leaks come out, that maybe someone will go to that stream and saw what Phil did on the day off, and he saw that he had sushi on this specific day. And when the bank leaks come out, they can confirm that the bank leaks were true. I think he learned his lesson. He learned his lesson from the first bank leaks. That you don't give out too much information, because if you don't give out too much information about what you're doing in your personal life, there's not a record. And again, this is not about Phil keeping his personal life separate from his personal life from his business life separate. That's bullshit. That has nothing to do with that. He could give two shits. If he can come on stream and talk about Fat Cat all day long, he would, because he knows that the Dents would probably throw money his way, right? So he's worried that there's going to be a public record on stream, or that the detractors are going to have it, so that he's scared that the next time something like a bank leak occurs, or he gets this, you know, whatever, something, and they tie it back to something he said on his video, that's what he's scared of. That's why. So Phil, don't make it more than what it is. He wants to make it seem like my detractors are so into my content. They love me so much that they need to know every single thing I do. No, Phil. Most detractors just want to laugh and point at you. And if something that confirms that you're a scumbag liar, of course, is going to be interesting to everyone. It is going to be interesting to everyone. So I think personally, he's trying to make sure that there's no record of what he's saying. That he did something on a certain day. That's why he's become so bland. Whatever, fine. That's okay. I don't have a problem with that. The problem comes in this video here, where now he's blaming detractors for why he can't regale his Dents with his fascinating stories about diarrhea. Let's watch the video. And by the way, shout out to Duty. It's another Duty banger. Jump. Sorry, turn to the king, folks.
So exhausted. I'm beat because when you...
By the way, I'm shocked he hasn't said anything about me. I'm shocked he hasn't said anything about me using his using his intro like that. He had a fit when Review Tech USA was using his background, and he was like, "Oh, he's copying off of me. He's such a scumbag." Remember when Wings of Redemption was doing the bubble blow? He got so pissed off. So, yeah, I'm gonna keep playing it until I get a reaction from him, and then when I get a reaction from him, I'll probably get rid of it. But we'll see. All right, this is Phil. This is Kino watching a Duty video, and this is him blaming the detractors for his first world problems. Because that's what it is. These are all first world problems. I can't regale you with my boring ass stories about my wife's diarrhea because my detractors.
Drink and you're physically tired, you start to get almost like drowsy, right? So I was like so beat. And I got out of here and I spent a little bit of time.
Phil's like playing the victim so hard here with this pity. She's like, guys, I had a really long, hard day of drinking, eating fast food, and playing video games, guys. And then I had to wake up the next day.
Yeah, American. He owns the bubble
do
gum.
errands.
That's like regular people's like weekends.
These fucking weekends. What are you talking about, Phil?
It's just like what?
My wife and I hit the sack.
What a day.
And I woke up yesterday morning and I had a bad hangover. I did. I woke up and I was
drunk.
like,
6 shots?
My God, like my head, I had a headache.
Inception.
And I was like, what I really need
Yes,
is I need some food in.
This is what you call dentception. Now, what I need someone to watch me watch Kino watching Phil. That would be crazy.
Me. But it's our day off, and we decided that we were going to order breakfast, right? So my wife and I have ordered breakfast before.
Oh my God.
We don't do it all the time.
By the way, who the fuck orders breakfast? Come on now. Really, Phil? Ordering breakfast? How lazy does a man have to be? And wait, this actually confirms that this nonsense bullshit that Phil tries to tell his viewers that he only orders DoorDash once a week, which is a lie. He still says that too. Like when he's talking about his day off or the right before the day off, like the day before, and he's begging for money, he'll talk about the one meal a week that he gets to eat out with his wife, right? Which he never gets to eat out anywhere because she stays home all day. She doesn't go out on the day off. She wakes up probably at 1 o'clock in the afternoon when Phil gets back from shopping. They put away the food, and then she plops her ass on the floor, starts playing Skyrim, and Phil orders DoorDash, lunch DoorDash. That's another thing, Phil. That's your day. Excuse me. That's your day off. You've told us 1,000 times that what you do on your day off is you go grocery shopping, and then when you come home, you prep the food, and that's why it takes 4 hours of your day, right? Who the fuck goes grocery shopping and then orders 3 DoorDashes a day? That's insane. You would think the day that you would actually make a home-cooked meal would be the day you actually got groceries, right? So if you're getting groceries that are nice and fresh, you would think you would spend an extra fucking, I don't know, an hour cooking a decent meal? No. And again, it's bullshit. I think these fuckers go to Fred Meyer's or wherever they go, Costco, whatever, and all they're doing is just ordering frozen pizzas and all that shit. They're getting frozen pizzas to put in the fridge, probably candy and ice cream for Cat. That's your grocery shopping. And then their actual food, they DoorDash. I seriously believe these fuckers DoorDash every meal.
Breakfast.
He has to tell us, but get ready for when he tries to hold the stories over our heads. The stories of his day off, and we don't deserve to hear his stories anymore.
He is too lazy to make
because we're
fucking
trying to
toast.
hurt his family.
Oh, yeah, exactly,
Oh,
right?
man.
Yeah,
This one's wild. This one's wild, buddy.
But
gotta get them
a
snack
lot of the
pizzas,
local
bitches.
places used to be good, but for some bizarre reason,
I
they've
gotta
gotten
say,
worse
by
and
the way,
worse.
you can't fucking DoorDash breakfast food. Like, you can't DoorDash fucking
Well,
eggs.
you shouldn't
awful.
order
It's
DoorDash.
awful.
food.
It's terrible every single fucking time. Every time.
They literally, like, it's honestly brutal.
So we're like, we're just gonna order.
Snack pizzas, ice cream, fucking dude. The only thing that they're getting at the market is just these are the people. Like everybody knows these people. I think everybody knows a couple or someone like this where they buy fruit every week and never eat it. Like they're the family that spends $50 on fruits and vegetables every week and never touches it. Like every week they throw that shit out because it's green and disgusting. Yes, everyone knows those people. Duty is one of those people. Every week I say to myself, all right, I'm going to try to eat more vegetables and fruits. I get some more lettuce. I buy apples because apples are the only thing I can tolerate. And that shit just rots because I don't eat it. All right. I'm one of those people. So I guess I'm that person. But this I'm calling all you motherfuckers out. And it's okay if you're that way. It's all right. Because you guys don't go around telling people that you eat healthy and that, the only meal you eat out is once a week. So it's okay. You get a pass. Phil, though, here, he'll tell you that he buys so many vegetables and fruits that he has to spend nearly an hour when he gets home after food shopping. He has to spend it, cutting the vegetables up and prepping it for his meals for the week. And we know that's bullshit. That's straight up a lie. A lie, Phil.
Like from a chain, so we ended up ordering of all places from IHOP, right? So
Buddy,
I ordered
are you
an
really,
omelet.
this piece of shit is actually going to
Banana.
complain that he ordered DoorDashed IHOP and it wasn't to his liking.
Buddy,
Well,
IHOP
basically-
at the plate?
I'm not gonna lie. IHOP's pancakes are fire. I love their plain pancakes. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the MSG or the extra sugar they put in that shit, but it's delicious. I'll give them that. And my daughter loves their chocolate chip pancakes. She says they're amazing. So I don't know. That's all I've ever had with just the plain pancakes. And their bacon's good. Their bacon strips are good as fuck.
This is questionable.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like, okay, it's edible.
Waffles, yeah. Waffles are good.
But I don't want any meat. I said, I'll just want like a veggie omelet. So I said, what would go good in a veggie omelet?
Roach, you're correct. Their waffles are good too. Every once in a while, I will get the waffles instead of pancakes. But for the most part, my go-to when I go to IHOP, which is maybe once a year, and it's only because my daughter loves breakfast. Like, my daughter is like me. She can eat breakfast all day, every day. She gets the waffles. So every so often, I'll get the waffles are banging too. Yeah, they're good. I don't know why they were trashing IHOP. I guess if you DoorDash it. But again, I don't DoorDash anything. I think DoorDash is a waste of fucking money. There's no way I'm gonna mark up the cost of takeout by 30% when I can just go pick that shit up myself.
Omelet.
What?
From IHOP?
What were you
What
thinking?
the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
Yeah, breakfast is the bomb.
Mushrooms.
By the way, you would have been better off if you're hungover just ordering McDonald's breakfast in.
Yeah, exactly.
Or fucking Uber it down to an actual fucking restaurant. Or fucking drive down if you're so fucking bold, my friend.
You read this? Don't know he has Fox McFox.
All right, let me clarify my stance on DoorDash. You guys have heard me trash people that use DoorDash and Uber Eats as lazy motherfuckers. I should correct that. You guys aren't lazy. Okay. Every once in a while, because you're in a rush or you need something or you're not feeling, that's fine. I think that's okay. I don't, that's perfectly fine. And even too, sometimes if something is a little bit far away and you don't want to drive to pick it up, even then I'm willing to say, okay, fine. That's okay. You know, order the DoorDash. But I'm talking about the people that consistently every fucking day order DoorDash. My fucking God, man. Like, it's funny because Soulmate tells me about, she works with a lot of younger people. And it must be a young thing because every single day at her job, there's at least 6 orders of DoorDash for breakfast and lunch from these young hipster kids. And I just don't get it.
Our donations go towards fruits and veggies going bad purposefully.
Yes!
Thumbs up emoji.
Yes, they will. Every single right there, bro. That $4.99 will probably get me like 3 apples and some romaine lettuce. And it will all go to waste. It'll end up in Duty's garbage disposal. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I'm trying to do better. I've been dieting and working out and stuff like that. So I am eating more vegetables and fruit. But I'm not going to lie. I probably get about 5 apples a week. And I'm lucky if I eat one of them. The rest of them just go bad. So, yeah. I feel bad for doing that. It's a waste. But again, I'm not here ordering DoorDash every day. I do takeout maybe once a week. Maybe once a week. My wife and girls have takeout a little bit more than I do. But normally I just say, no, I'm good. I'm good. It's usually Friday night. I don't feel like making something. And I might get something. Or we'll go out. You know, we'll go order out. I'm not gonna. When I was in Spain, we ordered out a lot, and it made me feel like shit. Like I felt kind of crappy. Like I think I put on initially when I got to Spain, the first like 3 weeks, I put on like 10 pounds because I was eating a lot out. I was with family. I was eating a lot of just not good food. You know what I mean? And the consumption of it was a lot. And I gained like 10 pounds. I was almost like 200. I was like 203, and I was just like, all right, that's enough. I stopped, and literally like 2 weeks later, I got back down to my weight. I got back down to 193. But yeah, I probably maybe order, and of that, it's 2 slices of pizza. That's like my go-to every week. Is 2 slices of pizza for takeout.
Look what it says.
You're making us the fans suffer and not get our reward
Suffer.
because
Suffer
Ashton called you out on not doing the reward. Why do we have to suffer because he was mean to you about it? Come on, man, do what's right. He's gonna crash out about that.
Yeah.
T minus 10, 9, 8.
Some roasted tomato and some green pepper and some onion. That sounds good, right? In an
Yeah,
omelet.
sounds great.
And then I got a side of like plain pancakes. Okay.
By the way, those fucking pop-ups for donations, those sound things are fucking horrendous. Like they're worse than not having anything. And again, I think I bitched about this on Monday. There's like a plethora. There's like hundreds of websites where Phil can go and download his sound bites and use his own sound bites and make it a little bit funny. But no, well, he figured he found a Mario or a fucking Mega Man little sound, and oh my god, that's the greatest thing. First of all, congratulations. I welcome you to 2015, Phil. I mean, I'm glad he's trying to catch up with the times and actually playing some sounds for his reward. But the next thing, you never know. The next thing what he might do is he might play sound. Like he might turn on the TTS and play some sound. That would be great. Like, I'm not here to give Phil advice on how to make money. I can give two shits, you know what I mean? But I mean, Phil, if you wanted really to make some cash, you would turn on TTS voice. You know how many troll donations you would fucking get of people sending you troll tips and telling you your wife is fat and all this stuff, man? But, you know, he wouldn't do that because of his pride. But if you really wanted to hit that $3,000 goal you want to hit, so you can felt Kino Casino, you turn that shit the fuck on, brother. And you just let those troll donations roll in. Because people will do it. I mean, people are dented, they'll do it. You know, it'll be a lot of $2, because I think $2 is the minimum for you to, you know, type words into YouTube. But you get paid, man. You get paid, but Phil's pride won't let him. Rare Tricks, you should try blending them into a smoothie. I try, man. I try Rare Tricks. It's just, I hate vegetables. I have a palate of a 5-year-old. I'd rather have chicken nuggies and pizza every fucking day and cereal. But I tried. It's hard. It's difficult. It's rough. It's been tough.
Riveting stuff, King.
Plain pancakes with no syrup?
Hold on, Grandpa's gonna have to get a sip of fucking liquor in here.
If Phil is serious about hitting that $3,000 goal, this is how you do it, Phil. You make an announcement and you say you're gonna have the TTS stream, TTS with Phil, right? There you go. You even got a name for it, right? And you say, I'm gonna be on stream for 12 hours. You're gonna do a 12-hour marathon, okay, Phil? And in this marathon, all you're going to do is sit there and you're going to react to TTS messages. And you're not going to censor them. You're not going to do anything. You're going to just let them play. And the TTS messages will have sound. Bro, I guarantee you Phil will hit the $3,000 goal. TTS, is that right? TTS? Am I saying it correctly? Yes, TTS Gaming. Dude, I am pretty certain that you will hit that $3,000 goal. Now, you'll have to sit there and eat it. That's right, Phil. You'll have to eat it.
Eat it!
You have to eat it.
Give me your mailing address. I want to mail you a spoon so you can eat shit out of my fucking ass.
Every single person will probably come out of the woodwork and tell you how stupid you are, how fat you are, how gay you are, how fat your wife is. Just the most despicable things you would hear. And I'm pretty sure there'll probably be some doxing. People dox, you know, shit of Phil's dent or whatever, you know. But if you really want to be serious, Phil, I'm serious. If you want to hit that $3,000 goal, you do it. You'll take my advice and do it. And just eat it. And to be honest, you might gain a little bit of respect. People might say, wow, that took a lot of courage. Phil had to put away his pathetic pride and is willing to be entertaining. Because I'm telling you, that would be fucking entertaining. Can you imagine him responding to fucking TT? And the thing, too, is he would have to respond to every single message. That would be the other thing. Yes. See, this is the amazing thing about that idea. Not only are you going to get people that despise you to do it and give you money just to felt you, you're going to have the dents, right, doing their gay ops, and they're going to want to counter the trolls. So they're going to want to make sure that their TTS messages are flooding. So you're going to get Lance Cameron, you're going to get OIC and his 1,000 personalities. You're going to get, you know, who else is out there? Hiseo, NDO. You're going to get all those fucking mouth-drooling morons to come on. It's going to be a war. Yes, it's going to be the war of the 5 dents. The war of the 5 dents. And you're just going to have people just battling to try to get to Felt Phil. And then you're going to have his monkey of dents trying to Felt the detractors. And I think he would probably make like $5,000. This motherfucker would literally make $5,000, bro. He would. But he's too stupid and prideful to actually take any meaningful criticism and take any real ideas. He won't. But what are you gonna do? The War of the Bag. That's a great title. Come, do me a favor. In the chat right here, let's get some really cool names for that segment. If you're listening to this, Phil, seriously, you know, Duty, from time to time tries to help you out, right? He does to his own detriment. He helps you out, right? And maybe I'm cucking some of the content for detractors. I apologize, but listen to me, brother. Do this. This is a good idea. And you know what would make it even better? You can even say Duty Streams gave me this idea, and then you can have everyone hating me because Phil was making money. There you go, Phil. All begs on the Western Front. That's a good one.
He's using the water mixed with vodka cope?
That Avengers.
Because he's taking like literally the smallest sips ever.
Like little wee sips. Like unless the
He's
coffee
drunk.
is scalding hot.
No, it's
He's
water.
drunk.
It's water.
Donate to talk shit.
No
There
one
you
drinks
go.
water like that.
Look, it's water.
Yes, that's a good one. Donate to talk shit segment, right? You do it for the day. You say, okay, I'm going to do this once a month. And of course, after the second or third time, no one will care. No one will give you money. But at least you can probably hit that goal that you want. And then you could felt PPP. You can say, haha, PPP, look, I made all this money on my own. I don't need you. This just proves that everything was true. I don't fucking know.
Water. He's shown the top of it like a million times. It's like
The Beg
it's
Zerker.
for
That's a
sure
good one.
water. I've seen the top of it like a million times.
Yeah.
It's water.
A virtual dunk tank. Exactly.
The
The snake
coffee,
pit.
for sure.
There you go. The snake pit. That's a good one.
Look at that gold.
He is
bar.
retries
Come
it.
on.
You're right.
So,
It's alcohol.
that's what I got. Just plain pancakes and a veggie omelet.
Well, the reason why I said tips, the reason why I said super chats is it's really hard to charge back super chats. So if you just make it super chat strictly, you get paid.
Right? My wife.
You all have to accuse him of drinking alcohol from that mug with
He was
water
so
mixed in with
stupid.
vodka.
That's right, yes.
And then if he goes, tug it then. Tug it if it's not alcohol.
He would definitely say that.
Ordered. She wanted strawberry
He's
banana
micro
pancakes.
dosing.
And I
Or
think she
gin.
got an
Gin,
omelet
yeah.
that was just like ham and cheese, something like that, right? The food shows up. Now, keep in mind, I'm hungover, right? So I'm hungry. I'm like, oh man, I really need this. I'm not really
I don't
looking or
know.
anything, so I just start eating. I'm hungry, so I eat like half the omelet.
That's true.
And then all of a sudden, my stomach, I'm like, wait a minute,
Diarrhea?
what's going on here?
You got diarrhea,
Something's
piggy.
up. And so I looked at my wife. My wife had started eating her omelet. Hers is all right. And then I looked-
Imagine I came to the show with a diarrhea story. Paul.
You know.
You won't be like.
That's true.
By the
Danny
way,
said.
Andy did actually have a
Yesterday.
fucking diarrhea.
Well, okay. I think some people are speculating whether he is drinking. He might be, but I think what it is his teeth are rotting the fuck out. His teeth are just in shit condition. You know, he has gingivitis. He probably has periodontal disease. The boy's probably rattled with cavities because he never goes to the dentist. So I think what it is that he's just sensitive to. He's sensitive to water, cold water. He's sensitive to cold and hot. That's probably what it is, and that's why he has to drink so slowly. That's why he has to swish the water in his mouth because it hurts. I think that's the main reason why. It's not because he's drinking on stream, although he does drink. I'm not saying he doesn't, but I think that's the reason.
Died.
Yeah, he actually did.
I almost
But, like,
fainted.
Might
you know,
on
well,
the
you know,
toilet.
an addict.
That's the
An addict.
content. We just start off the show.
An addict can typically pick out addict behavior, and I'm not saying anything new. Worski used to be an addict. He's cleaned up, so big ups to Worski for being sober for over a year. But yeah, you kind of know. What is it? Crackhead, no crackhead behavior? Yes, there you go.
Oh, Andy had diarrhea yesterday from.
I almost called in today. I was like, I don't know if I could do today. I ate so many jalapenos. Oh my god, guys.
So
Never again.
Her strawberry banana pancakes, they didn't give her any strawberries at all.
Oh,
Thanks
So
for
we
the
didn't
update.
have that. The bananas were actual.
bro, I'm sure she probably said skip the strawberries and just give me more whipped cream. That's probably what she said.
But this is
Like
what always happens, right? Like when you order shit through these delivery apps, don't expect that it's gonna be exactly what you ordered.
Yes,
because they
I do.
don't give a fuck, dude. They don't care.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And there's no way to hold them accountable for anything. If you really want the shit, you got to go get it yourself.
Have you ordered from McDonald's recently a sundae? Have you seen their
No.
new Sunday package?
Oh, well, they put it in a fucking paper cup.
Yeah, no lie. Duty's gonna go on a rant here. McDonald's is fucking being retarded. They really are. Like every so often, I love to go to McDonald's and get their Oreo McFlurry. Who likes Oreo McFlurry? Now, I stopped getting Oreo McFlurries for a while because they were just too big. Even if you get a small, it's too fucking big. It's too many calories, like 550. It's like almost 600 calories. So I stopped getting Oreo McFlurries, you know, because it's just not good for you either, right? But then they brought on this new thing where they're doing the mini Oreo McFlurries. The mini Oreo McFlurries, they're like 200 calories. So every once in a blue moon, I love to go get the Oreo McFlurry and just have it like as a snack. Not a night snack, but you know, maybe something after lunch or whatever. And I figure I burn the calories off during the day, right? They're putting it in these fucking cardboard boxes that are so fucking annoying. And the worst part is I don't know what it is, but I guess the wax paper inside of the cardboard, I don't know what it is, but it makes it's giving an aftertaste to the fucking to the ice cream. It's so fucking disgusting. It really is. It just annoys me to no end. So the last time I went to when I went to McDonald's, this was like 2 weeks ago, I think. It was when I got back. I got back from my trip, and it was like a week and a half ago. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna order lunch or whatever. I was kind of hungry. I was out running around through the day, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna give me one of these Oreo McFlurries, and it's gonna be my lunch or whatever, right? And I told the lady, I was like, can you do me a favor? Can you not put it in that disgusting cardboard shit that you put it in now? Can you just put it in a cup, a soda cup or whatever? And literally, they had to take 15 minutes to discuss it with their manager to see if that was appropriate. And they came back and said, oh, I'm sorry, we can't do that. And I was just like, I'm not asking you to give me more. I'm just telling you to put it in a different container because your containers give it a disgusting aftertaste. And they were like, no, we can't, sir. And I was just like, all right, well, forget it. And I left. And I was sulking and annoyed and pissed. And I really felt like coming on. I felt like going on Twitter and just going on a rant about McDonald's. No, I didn't do that, but I was kind of annoyed. Yes, it was very annoying. But yeah, they fucked it up. All right, enough of the rant.
And it's like, I'm like, what the fuck?
Like, how the fuck can you serve ice cream in a paper fucking cup and it gets all soggy?
Yeah, it is.
People are like, what? Yeah, so in Canada, we're not allowed any form of plastic now. Plastic is banned. And so even our ice cream now has to come in fucking paper cups.
Like a fry cup, like holder with a kind of better bottom.
Thanks, Justo.
Oh.
Cotton. Like they'd take the bananas and cut the bananas up into slices and put them in the container. They were actually like rotten bananas. I'm not even kidding.
Would
It
you
was
take
disgusting.
a picture?
Like, oh my God, like what the
You got
hell?
any evidence through this tall tale, Philip?
Then I ate half my omelet. It didn't look bad or anything.
By the way, I have a belief that Phil scams DoorDash, and I don't think he's on his own personal account. I think that they had to use Fat Cat's account. Because you ever notice whenever Phil tells these stories, he always comes back and bitches and complains about the service, or that it was cold, or that the food was wrong, right? And how many times have he said that he had to contact DoorDash and get his money back, right? Well, I'm sorry, these companies are hip. They keep records and track everything every single time you call and bitch and complain about, you know, the service being bad. And eventually they just ban you. They're just like, you know what, fuck you. You're too much of a pain in the ass to service. You know, even though you're giving us probably thousands of dollars every month ordering DoorDash, just the fact that we have to refund all this fucking money to you because you're always bitching and complaining, it just, we're done with you. So I have a feeling he probably was just banned from the account. So now he's using Fat Cat's account. So of course, Fat Cat needs to make it seem like, thank you, Leno, for following. Fat Cat has to make it seem like she's eating healthy because she has to put up that facade that she's healthy. So what she does is she fucks up the order on purpose. Like she says, no strawberries, but more chocolate chips. And then when it comes in that way, he tells Phil, oh, they ruined my food, Phil. I ordered more strawberries. I'm actually dieting. It's healthy. And I think that's what's happening. No, trust me, they can, because I've known people. Put it this way, you would think Amazon, the company that makes billions, won't give a fuck, right? They're like, all right, whatever. We'll just deal with people who cheat us. It's part of the whatchamacallit. No, fuck no. Amazon has a record of every time you've submitted a complaint or request, or you keep, you're one of these people that say, oh, I never got my package delivered, but you actually got your package delivered. They keep track of that shit, and they will put you on a fucking list. And they will ban you from the service. If you're costing them way too much fucking money, fuck that. They're like, you know what, it's not worth it. So they ban you from using their app. So then they do it, I believe, by phone. They do it by your phone number, by the account. So I'm pretty sure now Phil must be on Fat Cat's DoorDash, on her DoorDash. So she's probably the one that has to do the ordering. You notice, by the way, and you know why I say this? He never orders the food online himself. He always has to take a 10-minute break to discuss it with his wife. So he's telling Fat Cat, order the food, and this is what you have to order. So that's my conspiracy theory about why Fat Cat doesn't lose weight. Because she's telling Phil she'll tell Phil, okay, Phil, order DoorDash. I'm going to order a salad with no dressing. And then all of a sudden, a fucking Angus burger comes in. And then she says, oh my God, they ruined my order. I don't know how they confused the salad with the burger. And she eats that shit. And she'll say, well, I'm not going to complain. I'll eat the burger this time. So I think that's my conspiracy about why she's extremely obese.
What did he say? What was in it?
The bananas were rotten.
They weren't rotten.
But I basically ate half the omelet and I had
Well, by the way, when it's like an exposed banana, it immediately starts.
What's up, Void?
timing
How you
down,
doing,
like,
Void?
dink, dink. It's like a bomb.
Why
Turns
didn't he
blacker
cut
by-
his own bananas at home and put them on?
You know,
He doesn't
the
have
whole
any
travel
bananas.
time. By the time it's there, yeah, it's a blacker banana.
Behind every pillar. Thank you for
maybe
subbing,
like
brother.
half of the pancake stack, okay?
Oh my lord,
All of a
Void.
sudden, my stomach...
Void! Shout out Void for gifting 3 subs. Big up, brother. I appreciate that. If you got a sub, make sure to thank Void, man. That was very kind of you, brother. I know I owe you a co-stream, brother. Hit me up, man. We could schedule that co-stream. We were gonna do Battlefield, but Battlefield is the hit me up. I think you were gonna stream it on Thursday. Hit me up. Maybe we can do a stream on Thursday, brother. Thank you. I appreciate you donating. And like I said, anyone on the stream, it doesn't matter whether if you're just hanging out today. I'm gonna give you the OG badge, the whatever the fuck those badges are that Phil charges. If you're on my stream, you don't have to donate or anything. I'm gonna give you guys the badges, and I'll make you all moderators. So something I do for the YouTube folks, I'll do it for the Kick folks. So thank you again.
turns, and I'm like,
But
oh.
isn't it crazy?
So
somebody said between this and the iDub segment, this is worse. But Phil is actually managing to say words. Whereas iDubbbz, it takes him a long time.
Words.
But the
Anyone
thing
can
is,
say
the
words. Come
that
on,
Phil
brother.
is saying are so banal and so meaningless and so vapid and insipid that he may as well not speak at all. So it really is a matter of perspective on how you look at it as to which is.
Yeah, definitely.
I did some Alka-Seltzer.
I prefer watching this technically over iDubbbz. Is like soulless. At least this guy, you know, he has something.
All right, let me see if I can give you guys the
and my
badges
stomach was
now.
killing me. But I had a bunch of shit that I had to do yesterday. So now here I am running around trying to do stuff on my day off.
Everybody has stuff to do on their day off, bud. What are you talking about? Oh,
Day off, bro. Imagine all we had to do was sit here and play games. It's like no show prep, nothing. It's just Andy,
I know.
Play. I'll read chat. I wish we didn't have to do show prep.
You didn't have to fucking say anything.
Oh!
People ask us, what did you have for dinner? Well, let me tell you, I had Swiss chalet. I had
we're
the
just
ribs
sitting
and the
here.
chicken.
We're just playing games.
Like the easiest content in the world, and he still complains. And by the way, he can set his schedule.
Yes,
whatever
he does complain. Always
If he
complains.
wanted
Never
to take
shuts
an
the
extra
fuck
day
up.
off, he could.
Yep.
But that it's like all of Phil's problems. It's kind of like that picture of the kid with the boot pressing down on his head, and then the other picture where you zoom out and the kid's putting the boot on his own fucking head.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
All of Phil's problems he could just solve by himself. But instead he chooses to just fucking play
He's an
the
idiot.
victim.
He's a moron.
Is like curdling in me. And oh my god! The thing is, I had no cheese in the omelet, no meat in the omelet. It was just veggies. So what that means is the freaking veggies were bad.
No,
They
it
actually-
means you were
No, you're
fucking
just making shit up,
hungover and your
Phil.
stomach
You were
was churning.
drunk as fuck, you idiot.
Have you ever heard of fucking like the alcohol shits? Like Happens quite often.
Give
I've
me
never heard of
bad
fucking,
veggies in my
alcohol
veggie omelet.
shit.
Was it bad
Like,
veggies?
Happens
Wait,
quite
hang on,
often.
Ashton.
Give me bad veggies
When's
in
the
my
last
veggie
time you
omelet.
ate something and
I heard
as
that
you
thing, my bad.
swallowed it, then it affected your stomach? It takes time to fucking know.
He's so full of shit.
He's so
That's
full of shit.
bullshit.
I'm trying to eat healthy to recover from a hangover.
Down.
and
So you
end up-
ordered
down,
IHOP?
down.
IHOP, that's you believe is a healthy order is to order IHOP, not to make food at home.
backfiring, and now my stomach is killing me. So it was not a good day.
Having the
because there was
healthy
a lot of other
pancakes.
stressful things that were going on that I had to
Oh,
deal
he's so
with.
stressed out.
While my stomach was killing me all day,
He's
I'm
so
dealing with this
stressed out,
crap.
folks.
Oh my god. Phil, stop, please.
So I think what I need to do is next time around when I do a marathon, I think I want to do like a double day off. Like I just think it makes sense.
Oh,
like I
here
have
it
one.
is.
the double day off.
The double day off, whereas
Oh,
everybody
the double
else
day
calls
off.
it the weekend. But Phil's like the unprecedented, highly elusive, rare
Double day off. Uh-oh.
But what it is like, Phil, this makes sense to begin with because the next day you're not going to get any fucking donos because you milked them all fucking dry. Nor will you get any the day after that. You may as well take a fucking week off, buddy.
No, you can't
Day
do
where I
that.
don't have to run
No,
around
no,
and
you
do
gotta
a whole
make sure
bunch of
you
shit
milk
so
your
I can
dents
recover from the marathon.
Out of every single
and then
fucking
another
penny.
day where I can go do my normal.
How long was his marathon?
It was 8 hours, I think.
Buddy,
No, I was just about
back
10
when I was
hours.
doing post show, I was doing like 12 to 14 hours.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that hard, dude. Our regular shows are 8 hours.
They're pretty similar, yeah.
I think our last 3 shows have been like 8 to 10 hours.
Stuff. Because this time it did not work. Like I didn't get to sleep in extra or nothing because I didn't feel good.
It was 11.
All right, real quick, I gave some of you guys mod powers, your badges, and stuff like that. So I'll get the rest of you after the stream. Thank you very much for the kick, for keeping the kick alive. And again, folks, kick is you can say and do whatever the fuck you want. Just don't break terms of service that much. I don't know what terms of service are on kick, but knock yourself out.
10 hours. Okay.
And by the way, there's zero moderation from Duty unless you're doing, something crazy like doxing or whatever. But other than that, Duty doesn't give a fuck. Knock yourselves out. This is a free speech zone. Even if you want to come here and trash Duty, that's perfectly fine too.
11 hours?
Listen.
I guess it was.
Wet, I'll hook you up, Wet. Don't worry.
To
After the stream,
recover
I'll
from
hook
my
you up.
hangover, and it makes my stomach sick.
Wet, Milky, whoever's here, I'm Vanilla. I got a list of you guys. I'll mod you, and I'll give you the badges. All right.
And now all day I'm running around doing a whole bunch of stressful nonsense. And then
Yeah,
my
kick is
stomach
free.
killing me.
Sublime.
Like, let me put it this way.
We get it. Get it.
If I actually was not me, and I wasn't stalked and harassed by a bunch of crazy losers on the internet.
Duty is on.
Okay,
That's true. That's
I
true.
would tell you all about yesterday, and there would be some interesting stuff. You guys would laugh your ass off at some of it.
No.
All right.
So here it
like
is.
something just happened that was so funny.
He's now
that's cap.
gatekeeping
That's
his
cap.
day off stories.
Thank you, Gabe, for following.
Listen, you could have had a funny story where you could have made fun of me, but you guys made fun of me for those stories in the past.
What a loser.
So now I'm not going to tell you those stories because you would make fun of me. So it's a shame now, isn't it, guys?
What a fucking...
But the thing is, it's private stuff that's not stuff from the studio, from my streams. I can't tell you it. There was a time when I would have, and there was a time when I have. But sadly, if I tell you private stuff going on in my life, a whole bunch of people...
Then don't say anything. Shut the fuck up and move on.
He has to tell us all about what a victim he is and how everybody makes his life so hard and wah, 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 wah.
Exactly. Warski's 100% correct here. Is 100% correct here. If you don't want people to know something, don't mention it. Don't say it. Don't even bring it the fuck up. Apparently you do. You're so... I don't know, Phil. Phil just... He confuses me sometimes because he wants his privacy, but yet wants all his information out there. Like, he wants it both ways. And it doesn't work that way, Phil. It's either one... I'm not all big about black and white with everything, but there are certain things that are kind of black and white. If you want to consider this issue maybe a gray issue, fine. You want to give some information out, fine. Go ahead. But when it's used to hurt you, and again, when I say hurt, Phil's saying people are making fun of me about it. You know what I mean? If Phil tell us that Cat has diarrhea, then Cat's new name would be Diarrhea Cat, and everyone in the Detractorverse will call Fat Cat Diarrhea Cat, right? And to him, that's hurting my family. That's not hurting your family, bro. That's just making fun of somebody. It's just part of the internet. It's internet culture. Even people that are fucking beloved on the internet, don't you think people still mock them and make fun of them? It's just something that people fucking do. But he can't take it. He can't fucking take it. I don't know if it's him or maybe Cat watches and Cat bitches at him. Like if someone does this,
Cat's fat.
You know what I mean? And Cat hears it. Does she go to fucking Phil and bitch about it for an hour and say, why is your detractor Duty calling me fat? Did you do something? Did you say something? Did you tell people that I ate all the food in the refrigerator? Did you tell people that I had an extra snack pizza? Like, what the fuck's going on, Phil? I don't know. I don't get it. He was perfectly fine when he was with Panda Lee and he was sharing all her fucking business. Even when Panda Lee abandoned him, he was fine with telling everyone her fucking health shit, breaking HIPAA violations. Oh yeah, my wife had my girlfriend or my former girlfriend had a panic attack and she had to be rushed to the hospital and she needs to be on medication. Like just straight up telling everyone her fucking business. He was perfectly fine then, had zero fucking problem. But now, of course, no, he can't. Now he's so bent up and backed up that he can't talk about his diarrhea. And you know what? It probably wasn't his diarrhea. It was probably Cat's diarrhea. Cat probably had diarrhea. They probably both had diarrhea, right? And since they only have one working toilet, they had to share the working toilet. So you know what probably happened? There were probably a couple accidents. Cat or Phil didn't make it to the toilet, you know, or they couldn't jump on the sink fast enough, and they got diarrhea all over the place. You know what I mean? Or Cat was in the shower and she thought it was funny and she farted and she sprayed, you know, diarrhea juice all over the tile, and she thought that was funny. So Phil thinks this is something that makes him interesting, but because of the detractors, he can't share that and have people laugh at him or laugh about it. Not laugh with him, laugh about it. No, I'm dead serious. Like, Phil wants you makes you fucking think he's the most interesting person in the world when he's not. I'm sorry. There's no person that stays home 6 days a week and goes outside for 2 to 3 hours a week that's interesting. You don't have an interesting life. You are a boring fucking person. I don't give a fuck who you are. You could be PewDiePie, Asmongold, whatever. You can be entertaining on stream, fine, whatever. But if you're staying in your house for 6 hours a day, 6 days a week,
that money, I really do.
Really,
I need that
6
money
and a half.
for my bills.
6 and a half.
Ames,
thank you for the 2.
Lol.
Yeah, exactly. They're just like Cyrax. They're just like fucking Cyrax. The bugs and the fucking creatures and the mice and the dilapidated home, they're Cyrax. They are. Broken toilets, broken showers, shitting in the sink. They're straight up just Cyrax level, okay? They're Cyrax with income. That's what they are. But you're not interesting, Phil. There's no way that someone that lives in a house for that lives there 6.5 days a week is fucking interesting. You're not. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. What? Are you still watching Phil these days? Oh, you're asking. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Now some people will say, "Well, Duty, wait a minute, Duty. You watch Phil 6 days a week too, and you post." Yeah. But I'm not in my house all day long, brother. I watch the content. I'm on the road. I'm doing shit. I'm taking care of stuff while I'm listening to Phil on the back end. And Duty can come here and tell you some fun, interesting stories. Unlike this person. And if anything, I have kids. So I can live off my kids' life. So if my kids have something interesting, I can leech off of them and tell people my kid stories. There you go.
Hyper focus on it. They try to use it to hurt me and do messed up stuff. So I can't tell you.
What did you do yesterday that would allow someone to hurt you?
Not like you, brother.
Like what level of thing were you doing?
Like what? Cat farted in your eye and gave you pink eye? Like, and then people are gonna make fun of you for it, and then what? How does that hurt your life? Well, I'm trying to run a business, and if people make fun of me, then I.
But I literally can't tell you because then you would use it
in a toxic, negative, harmful way.
Well, now Smaggle's saying it's the most boring show we've ever done, but I said, did I not warn you?
Yeah,
that
Smaggle.
This is at the very beginning of
Ray
the
Romano
show
joke
that
about
this
the kids.
was the brutal
My kids are
boredom
older,
edition of the pro.
My kids are older, so when they were younger, I could make those jokes, but it's a little bit hard now. They're adults actually now, so.
Program.
Yeah.
It was right on the.
He wants LTG. Oh, fuck that.
We
Please.
can go to LTG.
All
Let's
right,
finish
Smaggle. Let's see 100 subs.
Let's finish this clip.
Yeah, Rare Tricks
and
is
then what
now
we're
a
gonna
detractor.
do is we'll do Carl Jobst, and we'll do maybe some low tier. Everybody has their own different opinion.
If we watch Carl,
I thought these were better Phil segments than they usually are. I don't know. Everybody has their
I
own
like
opinion.
this. I'm having fun.
It says RTU, Doc. Oh,
Listen, Wednesday we'll do our
Yesterday. I tell you, a lot more than that happened, but you're never going to know what it is.
No, Phil.
You know,
it
actually,
didn't.
on Wednesday
I'm
we're gonna have to do a full.
I'm sorry, Phil. It doesn't. It just doesn't happen, bro. I'm sorry. I don't. You need to give up this illusion, Phil, that you have an interesting life. You really don't. The day that you start streaming maybe 4 or 5 days a week and not fucking 6 days a week, then maybe I'll give you some credit and say, well, maybe he is doing something interesting. The day that you tell everyone that you're gonna take a vacation or you're gonna go somewhere, then maybe I would say, all right, dude, you're interesting or whatever, right? You got something going on, right? Everything is good, but you're not doing anything, brother. You're just sitting there doing the same shit you do every single day, brother, and that doesn't change. Good Jesus.
Full Phil day.
yeah.
You know, it's gonna be
Apparently it's
100%. It probably
talking,
2
he's been
hours.
talking about us for fucking hours apparently tonight. I don't fucking know.
Yep.
He's probably
Maybe
going
it's
to
people-
talk about us tomorrow as well.
All right. Fuck Phil Festival Wednesday. What do you all think?
Could be.
Out there could actually behave like normal fucking humans instead of
Fuentes
insane
has been
stalkers.
going off all night.
Is he?
Yeah, he's been going crazy tonight.
Alrighty. Alright, I think I have another good video I want to watch. Give me 1 second. There was another good one. Let's see here. Alright, so we caught up with the Casino Boys. There you go. This is Phil and his crypto having zero clue what he's talking about. Do I want to watch that one? Yeah, let's watch. You know what? I think, what's it? So, oh, I know which one I want to watch. What am I doing? Go to Snort Hogan. Snort Hogan has a good video. By the way, people have been asking, where's Snort Hogan? I told you guys, if you listen to my stuff, you guys know that me and Snort are home slices, and I said that he's just taking a break. Snort Hogan is back. So if you're a big Snort Hogan guy and you like his clips or whatever, Snort Hogan is back. The God Bull is back. He's there, so he's pumping out some content. I don't know if he's pumping out as many videos as he was, but he'll get you the good highlights. Where is the one I want to watch? Oh, here it is. This is the one I want to watch. Is this the one where he's talking about the Kino Casino and the... Yeah, no.
Well, let me tell you something,
I think
brother.
this is the one.
Snort, snort, snort. Hogan. Drip. Snort, snort. I got the drip. Go.
All right, so a couple things, guys. So number one, tonight will be a nice chill stream. We probably will be going into this new state of Utah. Let's see where we are, because I don't remember where we ended last week. But let's see where we are if we're in the middle of anything important, and then maybe we'll go to Utah and do a job into Utah just for fun and see where the night takes us. So that's number one. Number two, tonight, let's get some support rolling. Let's be sure to hit the goal tonight. Why? Well, yesterday, the late night stream of Mafia tanked. I only made like $30 last night in a 2.5 hour stream of Mafia gameplay. And then earlier today, I made about $100 during Death Stranding 2. That's not bad, especially for Death Stranding 2, which is an insanely long 40+ hour playthrough with insanely boring gameplay. I'm just happy that people are still coming by and engaging.
This was the night stream the other day. This is where I think one of his dents told Phil the 1 year anniversary of the Review Tech USA. Their collab with that. So he decided, of course, it was time for him to milk it. Sorry, hold on a second. All right, that's fine. So it was time for him to milk it. So he decided, all right, I'm going to come on. I'm going to milk it, whatever. All right, so that's the set. And of course, it wasn't when the first... So the Kino anniversary actually was August 7th. And I actually tweeted out, made a thing about it, that August 7th was the first time Phil appeared on Kino Casino. And then a week later is when he did the collab with Phil. I mean, he did a collab with the Kino Casino boys.
Engaging and supporting that stream. We didn't hit the goal. I'm not super upset about it or anything, you know.
Oh,
I'm
I'm sure you're not.
Are still coming by for this shit, so that's good. but Truck Sim has been going strong ever since we started it 3 months ago. Over 34 hours of playtime in Truck Sim so far.
$6,000 for lawn service. Good God. I mean, you cut your grass, what, 4 months out of the year, if that? And it's what, $30 a month? Max $50 a month? Who the fuck is paying $6,000 a year for lawn service?
Let's do it again tonight. Let's hit the goal. Let's have some fun. All right. Who's going to be our first tip of the night? I know Buckwell tipped, but technically that was before the stream started. Who's going to be our first super chatter of the night? Let's get some animations going. I take that back. We already had a super chatter. We had Jalen. My bad. Who's going to be the second super chatter of the night? Let's have some animations going. Let's go. That's right. We need to hit the goal tonight for sure. After 2 streams not hitting the goal, we got to hit the goal tonight. Let's get to 96.
Let's do it.
Let's get to 6 out of 10 goals hit.
Oh,
Let's
you're
get
talking about
in
the
position
HOA.
for
okay.
Shake Shacks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the HOA has a couple more things that are involved in it. Like, I think they have an insurance plan. It's a very generic insurance plan that it covers. It covers all the inspections, the fire inspections and all that shit. And then, I don't know what else, but yeah, that is fucking ridiculous. HOAs are a fucking scam. It is. An HOA is a scam. If you're paying more than anywhere, if you're paying more than $150 a month for HOA, you're getting scammed. But of course, Phil doesn't know any better because he's just not intelligent enough to research that. $500, I mean, that's just his mortgage payment. I think someone stated. So his initial mortgage payment was like $1,600 when he first bought the snort for it, right? It was $1,600, and that included everything. So, you know, and I think back then he was probably paying like $100 and some bucks for his HOA. I think someone had calculated that he's paying almost $2,200 a month in his mortgage. Good Jesus, $2,200. I don't think I've ever paid $2,200 a month for anything.
New hot dog menu. Don't you want to see me chomp down and suck down some hot dogs?
Hit me up
this
on
week?
Twitter, Darkwin.
Pickle flavor, spicy flavor, chili cheese flavor hot dogs.
And again, he's doing this whole mic thing because Review Tech USA felt him. You realize that anytime someone felt him, he needs to incorporate it into his non-personality. So now he's doing this whole Review Tech USA. And Phil thinks it's interesting or it's funny. It's not. You look like an idiot. Okay, Phil? You look like an idiot because you're sort of acknowledging that you're stupid and you're doing things the wrong way. And yes, like right now, my microphone, I have the Shori mic. I'm literally about 6 inches away from my microphone talking. And that's how you're supposed to use these mics. And when he does this, he essentially acknowledges that he's an idiot without saying he's an idiot.
I know you do. You missed out because Friday was not a good episode of DSP Tries It. It was so bad I actually didn't formally upload it. I did have it, but it's part of the marathon. It just did not go well. So let's do a good one this week, and let's do it as soon as possible. How about this? Tonight, let's hit 5 goals on the stream. 5. Let's make $750 on tonight's stream, and let's do DSP Tries It, Shake Shack hot dog menu tomorrow.
Oh, by the way, again, Phil, this is why, you know, it's funny when he begs like this, because it always just backfires on him. By the way, he can't do the reward. We're getting another Krabby Patty episode here, folks, where for some reason he didn't plan this out, which he didn't do. He didn't fucking plan it out. He didn't plan it out, just like everything he does. So he decided he was going to do a reward and didn't even bother fucking researching it. You ask why exactly can't Phil fulfill this? Well, the item, whatever, the hot dog he was supposed to do at Shake Shack, he was supposed to buy a bunch of hot dogs that's over. the special expired yesterday, so you can't order it anymore. Now I checked to see if it's still available in stores where you can pick it up. No, it's gone. It's not available. You can't order it. It's not there. You can get the regular hot dogs, but they don't have those specific hot dogs Phil was gonna do. So now he can't even give you the reward. So what is he doing today? He's probably gonna try to convince his dents that Shake Shack was a scam anyway. Let's order from, I think there's another place that does hot Sonic. Is that what it is? So then now he's gonna do a Sonic hot dog something. I don't know, some bullshit there. And of course he's gonna try to convince you that's even better. Well, Phil eats hot
Five
dogs
goals tonight. We could do it. We're already almost a third to one. Let's go. Who's next? Let's go. Strong Gates Legacy says, I believe in American Truck Simulator. There you go. Believe in the game. The game has done very well. Let's go. Here's what should happen. Someone right now gift an entire goal in one transaction. One $150 tip, one $150 super chat, or 30 subs on Kick. And if you do that, that will lay the groundwork. That will lay the example for others to follow till we get 4 more. And then it'll be DSP Tries It tomorrow, as we all deserve. We all deserve one. We didn't get one on Friday because you had me drink too much bad liquor, and the food also wasn't very appetizing when it showed up. If that food had actually tasted and smelled good, it probably would have been all right, but it actually wasn't good either, and I was like, oh, God. It was not agreeing with me. So...
This guy has more diarrhea and
I'm just curious. I haven't brought this up in like 2...
stomach problems than anyone in the world. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, me, I might get a stomach ache or some diarrhea maybe once a year. And this fucker is like every other day something's wrong with him. It just makes you think and it lends to the credence that there is something more going on here. Like, typically when someone drinks and they have fucking liver issues or whatever, you run into these problems, you know? But I don't know. What is he gonna blame? He's half in, what is it? What the fuck does he say stupidly? He says he's half lactose intolerant because his mother has it, but his father, no, fucker. It doesn't work that way. If you have lactose intolerance, it's because your body can't produce a certain enzyme, you fucking idiot. Your body can't produce an enzyme that breaks down the lactose in milk or cheese or whatever, right? That's why you're fucking, that's what, it has nothing to do with your half lactose. This isn't like your mother's white and your dad's black. And this is not a racial thing, you fucking moron. He literally says he's half lactose intolerant. He literally does.
2 months. Would anyone ever be interested in the badges over on Kick? Because we haven't done them in a while. The VIP and the OG badges. It's been like 2-3 months since we brought them up.
The badges are back, folks.
Remember I was giving out VIP badges
no,
for what was it, 10 subs? And then the OG...
No, felted fruit new... no, he's full retarded. So you get felted for being incorrect.
And a VIP badge combo for 20 subs.
He's half black.
I would do that tonight. I don't know if any of you are interested in that.
Gay. He's half gay.
At all. I haven't brought it up in a long time, and no
Phil is half gay, and his boyfriend is 100% gay.
one seems to ever bring it up. But I mean, I could make the offer again. We have them. We have VIP and OG badges.
Oh, the desperation. You can smell it. All right, let's move up a little bit.
I've ever done.
Come on.
I've ever done. 12 days ago. That's upsetting, actually. We should definitely be doing it more often than every 12 days.
Oh, so you want to order out more garbage food and stuff it in your fat face more often? Okay, Phil.
Wow. See, I'm upset. Wow. It was.
Oh, you got the liver spots going, too. Oh,
wait,
here it is. He realizes it.
Guys, it was exactly 1 year ago. It was August 11th, 2024. When we did the co-op react.
By the way, you guys know that in my former life, I used to be in the health insurance field, right? And my specialty was med policy. So not that I'm a doctor or anything, but I'm very familiar with medical issues or whatever. You notice his fingernails there? Look at his fingernail. Look at his thumb fingernail. I don't know if you can see that or it's coming off very well, but you see that discoloration there? Typically, that discoloration is normally due, when you're dealing with fingertips like that, it's normally due to bad circulation or poor circulation, which typically indicates either a heart issue or it could it could be related to other organ-related issues, like kidneys and liver. Yes, sometimes when your kidneys are fucked up or your liver is fucked up, your body's just, your blood vessels, and it just fucks you up. Yes, the gouty hoof. So I was noticing that the other day of his fingernails. I was like, what the fuck's going on with his fingernails? Because, of course, yes, diabetes does the same thing, yes. And I said to myself, what the fuck, because, of course, I was obsessing like I always do. I hyper-focus on everything. So I was realizing, what the fuck's going on with his hands? What's going on with his fingers? I do believe he does have diabetes. He definitely has type 2 diabetes. That would explain the weight loss. That would explain him having to take a pee break every 5 minutes. The yellowing of the eyes could be related to something with his liver. But I found it very interesting. So I think when he tries to tell everyone about Cat's medical conditions, I think he's really talking about his medical condition. I think he has a lot of shit going on there. And I know a lot of people talk about gout, like, oh, gout's gonna kill him. Gout doesn't kill you. Gout, it's like AIDS. AIDS doesn't kill you. What kills you is typically something that, something else that the AIDS is impacting. So the root cause is the AIDS virus, but it's really you die from something else. Same thing with gout. You don't die from gout, but what gout does is gout fucks up your kidneys. I think 85% of people that have gout, they typically die of kidney failure. I think it's like 10 or 12 years prematurely. So usually what the issue they run into is kidney failure. It's very common for people with gout to have kidney failure because the gout crystals and all that shit form in your kidneys, fuck it up. I read somewhere that like 40% or 45% of people with gout need kidney transplants, or not the kidney, they need dialysis by the age of 50. That's another common thing with people with gout. So yeah, I mean, I think the health arc is going to start pretty soon for our boy Phil. We're going to start hearing about all of these gout-ridden side effects going on here. That's right. DSP tries the dialysis. Hey guys, Snort, I'm at the dialysis station. As soon as we hit the 100 goal, I will take my first shot of my first round of dialysis. Let's hit the $100 goal, so that I can get this dialysis pumped into me.
2024. When we did the co-op react, are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
I gotta post up about this. Hold on a second now.
Oh, he has to do the bed tweet.
I really didn't realize today's the actual 1-year anniversary. Did anyone even know that?
Yes, Phil. Everyone knows it.
All right, I'm posting up right now. That is
the
1-year anniversary. Everyone come and hang out with us tonight to talk about.
No one gave a fuck. Literally,
I'm down
no
to
one
talk about
cared,
this
brother.
tonight for sure. What a topic. Let's go. Let's get this topic going
John,
tonight,
thank you,
we?
brother, for stopping by. I appreciate
That's
you
a good
stopping by.
topic to talk
brother.
about.
You have a
the
good
1-year
day.
anniversary. Excuse me.
Pig.
Absolutely. So
All
for
right,
goodness
so
sake, for the
if you're curious, yes, he put out a beg tweet out there. He told people, hey, come and celebrate. And the pathetic thing about this, Wilson, happy birthday, brother. Let's all say happy birthday to Wilson. Where's he at? Wilson right here, brother. Happy birthday, man. Let me give you a round of applause for being alive one more year. Big up, brother. Big up. So, of course, he put a beg tweet, and the thing is, we have to remember that he loves Kino Casino now, right? Well, I'm sorry, he hates Kino Casino. They hurt him, they broke his heart, so on. But of course, leave it to Phil to try to clout chase off of Kino Casino one more time. And that's what he does here. He actually even praises these fucking people.
1-year anniversary, let's get some support. Like I told you, my goal this year is to try to do a stream that tops the level of support that I got during that stream.
Phil, you want that to happen, you take my idea. The 1 day of TTS opening where you respond to TTS, brother, go ahead and do that, brother. You do that, and I'm sure you'll hit that goal. Is Truth Seeker here? What's up? Big ups, Truth Seeker. How you doing, brother? I hope you're doing well, man. If you're hanging out, man, I hope you're doing well, brother. I caught your stream the other day where you were felting our piggy over here. I appreciate it. And by the way, if you guys are looking for a quality detractor, who also does more than just detract, go check out. And you know what? I'm preaching to the choir here. I'm pretty sure everyone that's in the Vortex knows who Truth Seeker is. But here he is, folks. Make sure to go out and give him a sub. Go check out his content. It's fire. It's great. He does locales. He does UFO scammers. He does everything. So his content is really good. So make sure to go check out True Seeker. So big ups, brother. Hope you're doing well. And of course, don't forget, he gave us an amazing interview with Pig Roach, where he felted him, where we got the 220 meme. Oh, wait a minute. I got to do this before anything. Don't go anywhere, True Seekers, brother. I got to make you a mod. And by the way, if you don't know, my gimmick here is that everyone's a mod. So big ups to True Seeker. Let's give him a round of applause. The big ups, brother. That's right.
And that shoe I made around $3,000. Seriously. So let's do it. Let's top it.
He does. He regrets it because he was owned. He was owned by the Truth Seekers.
Tonight is very momentous. We got a new DLC for Utah. We've got a mod that's going to add real life businesses, signs, and.
Yeah, brother. You need to jump on the Kino show, bro. You need to bother them. You need to tell them to bring you on, dude. You know what you need to do, Steve? You need to send Ashton a 3-page DM harassing him at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's the only way you're going to get on his show. So you make sure you do that, brother. You do that and you get at it. By the way, did you check out Steve? Did you check out Luchero? You're a new star in the Luchero La Familia DSP. I love you as the principal.
Content. We've got a delicious nectar hard juice passion fruit orange, which I'm going to start drinking right now. Yes, it is alcoholic.
The alcoholic
but on top of all
that doesn't
of that,
drink.
Out of nowhere,
the former alcoholic. The former alcoholic who drinks more than most alcoholics. I love it. You gotta love it. What do you collab? No, I'm not. No, I don't think so. I think I told you guys this before. So when the whole arc was happening with Phil before they felt in, I did speak to PPP about potentially, and this is, I'm not leaking anything. This is what's out there already. What he wanted to do was he wanted to eventually start bringing the tractors on to the Smart Guy show for the Grill Phil segment and just make it a free-for-all. So I told PPP I was down for that. That would be interesting. I thought it would be great content. Yeah, I mean, you know me, I'm more than happy to make whatever I can do to entertain people. I'm all about that. So, but I don't think I'm. No, I don't think I'll ever be on that show. It is what it is. But big ups to Kino Casino. They do make us laugh with all their shenanigans. With Phil.
Determine something live on stream that we didn't realize at first. Okay, tonight. Is the 1 year to the.
Well, you know what? The one thing about Alt is Alt's great. Alt's great with all of the information. He's really quick-witted. He knows all the lore. I don't know if Alt would. I don't know if Alt would. I think Alt would try to keep it very civil. He would try to keep it very civil with Phil. And some people feel like whenever you confront Phil, you can't be civil with him. You need to treat him like the shitbag he is, you know. And I think if I were to confront Phil in some type of show, I wouldn't treat him like shit. Like, not 100%. Like, I try to straddle that line where I'll take my digs here and there on him, and I would treat him like shit when he needs to be treated like shit. But for the most part, I because what he'll do is he'll eventually scream that he's being attacked and he'll run away. So, but I think Alt would do an amazing job felting Phil with logic, because Alt has a great way of remembering everything DSP has ever done and all of his contradictions and lies, and he doesn't need to go research something. He'll have that information on the tip of his fingertip, on his fingertips. So he'll be very quick-witted, and someone like that is kryptonite for Phil, because he'll say something, he'll get felted, and then he'll have to backtrack and say, well, no, wait a minute, I didn't mean to say that. Well, I didn't mean that, or I didn't mean, you know what I mean? And also the type of person that has that information readily available on the top of his, like, ready to go, that even if he tries to say, well, I didn't mean that, I meant this, Alt can just throw it right back in his face and say, no, motherfucker, you're wrong. So it would be entertaining. I would love it, but I don't think it's ever going to happen. I think Steven broke our boy Phil. I don't think he's ever going to do another interview like that, unless he's guaranteed it's a puff piece.
Day anniversary when I did a co-op react event to the Review Tech documentary Reject USA documentary by June the King. So first of all, to that, cheers everyone.
I love how he says he did it. And he's focusing lately on, this was my idea, I did it. Phil, I've rewatched that show where you felt it RTU. Bro, Ashton did like 70% of the talking. Worski did maybe 10% of the talking. And then you maybe chimed in 20%. Not even. You know what? I think those numbers are a little bit off. I think PPP did 70% of the talking. Ashton did 10% of the talking. The chat or reading donations was probably another 10%. And then Phil rounded it up. Like he sat there and just looked like a dullard and just nodded his head. And every once in a while say, yeah, you're right, guys. You're right. And he really didn't say anything until the final end where he did that whole poker chit bit, which is lame as fuck, you know. And that was how long? That was what, 2 minutes? He was bobbling his head. Yes, he looked like a bobblehead. He looked like an Indian. You know how Indians bobble their heads when they talk? It's a cultural thing. It's just them nodding yes. You know, like they're agreeing with you. It's just a common thing. I'm not making a stereotype, but they do it. If you guys know any Indian folks, it's just a common trait with them. Whatever. So he was just bobbling his head, agreeing with everything. And he didn't say shit. He didn't felt him. All he did was he came on at the very end and said, I have her chip. I have her chip, snort. Well, he didn't snort because, of course, he doesn't snort when he's with guests. But he was like, I felted you. And that's what he's trying to celebrate here. He's celebrating Kino Casino's achievement because that's their achievement. That's not Phil's achievement. That's Kino's achievement, all right? But, you know, let's hear what he has to say about this because he spent the whole stream clout chasing. Now, this video, I think, is like an hour long. We're not watching an hour. We're not watching an hour of this, but we'll skip around and we like to hear him retcon the story. Now, the reason why I want to watch this is because today, I believe Kino is going to address some of the shit that was in this specific video, and we might get some more lore. Who knows? There might be a Discord leak that we hear about that we never heard of. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. He retcons the whole king snaking here as well.
So, momentous, because really, I would argue
Momentous.
that co-op event, even though, yes, I had done an appearance on that Kino Casino show before that, I would argue that it was that event, that
Give me 1 second,
cooperative
guys.
react that cemented in people's interest in me to show them that I'm not just some kind of a meme or a schlub, that I actually was entertaining and I could add something to things outside of me just, you know, sitting around and just playing video games. And since then, things have been really good for me. Now, I've been saying this for the last several months, but I want to bring it up again. That stream, that particular stream on August 11th, 2024, was one of my most profitable streams I've ever had, but it was because there was co-op, right? It was me working with the guys from Kino Casino to do this epic event. I would like to do a stream where I can hit those heights and exceed them myself. That day alone, between tips, super chats, and memberships, I made around $3,000. I'm not kidding. I think I made like $1,000 in tips, and the super chats and memberships were over, like, in reality, they were over $2,000, but YouTube takes a huge cut of profits. So I didn't make that much like it looked like I did. But man, it was a crazy day. All right. So now what I would like to do is find a way somehow, someday, with my own content to hit those levels. I don't have to do a co-op in order to have basically that level of success. All right. But I'm curious how long it'll take and what it will be. What content would it be that would get me to that level? Because I don't know. We've been talking about that for a while, right? We have been. Like, what would it be? I don't know. Yeah, I would like to think it wouldn't have to be another collab, but maybe it would have to. I don't know. Obviously, a lot has changed since then, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, a ton has changed. Someone just said, did I give them some of the money? No, because the agreement was I was going to appear on their show and they keep everything. And then they come and do the co-op with me and I keep everything, but they get to clip it and use it for their content for weeks on end, which they did.
And then I would continue to do stuff with them, which I did. Every time I went on their show and did work with them, I never took a dime. That was all them getting stuff from me showing up on their show. So. Kino Casino's watching right now? All right. Well, cheers to Andy and Ashton. 1 year anniversary of us destroying Review Tech USA. Even if we don't hate each other's, if we hate each other's guts now or whatever, that's a moot point for this. This is the celebration of the fact that we collabed once on an amazing piece of content that will be there forever. And people absolutely loved it and love it to this day. And to be quite honest, nothing's really changed in regard to Review Tech. It's not like this guy has changed his position in life or improved. That's for sure. He certainly has fucking tanked, right? So, cheers for the one collab that was really good. Sadly, I don't think anything else that we did was nearly as good, but that was definitely one of the best things we ever did. That was the best thing we ever did, to be honest. Okay. But, all that's over with now. It's time to drive. How was the shrimp lo mein for dinner? My wife liked it more than me. She kind of liked it. I thought it was kind of bland, honestly. And there was like itsy bitsy tiny shrimps, like not even good shrimps in it. It's just funny, like things we've been eating recently aren't even as good as the home cooked meals that my wife makes me. Like, I'm serious. What with that stupid jambalaya I had on Friday was inferior to my wife's home cooked gumbo, and she's not a professional cook. She's just a home cook. And then this lo mein we buy is supposed to be, you know, like Trader Joe's good lo mein, and that wasn't good either. It was just kind of meh. So my wife's home cooking is better than the food we buy now. It's pretty crazy. I mean, I'm lucky that my wife is such a good cook that we get good food all the time. But, you know, like a day like today, she just worked, and she wasn't going to come home and make a crazy home-cooked meal today. So we were stuck making something fast, and it just wasn't very good. All right, where's the road? How the hell do I get out of this fucking place? Look, take a look. I'm 360 spinning right now. Fence. What the fuck? I guess we'll sleep. Might as well. We're in a rest stop as it is. But where the fuck do I get out? Okay. Do I have to go through? Is this gas here? Oh, if this is gas, then we're perfect. No, I see this isn't gas. This is the place to fix your car. This is the shop. I don't need the shop. I need gas. All right, here's the exit. I found it. I guess I freezed it. I freezed it badly because what I'm trying to say is, okay, so for those who don't know what the hell I'm talking about, on Friday, I was doing a marathon stream and I ordered some food. I ordered jambalaya from a local restaurant, which is rice with shrimp, sausage, chicken. There might have been something else, and then a bunch of peppers, veggies, and like a sauce, like a roux, okay? I got it. I started eating. I'm like, this isn't as good as what my wife makes me for dinner. Like, my wife makes me gumbo, homemade gumbo that has big-ass shrimp.
Go straight.
Okay? And chicken sausage. And she makes the roux and chops up and does everything with peppers and all kinds of ingredients, and we have it over rice. And her gumbo is way better than what I got from the restaurant. And that's the point I was trying to make. But I guess the way that I'm saying it is making people think like I'm insulting her cooking. No, what I'm saying is her cooking's really good, but if I'm buying something that's from an expensive restaurant...
Alright guys, sorry about that. I'm back. Good God. Jesus Christ. Sorry, a bunch of interruptions. I stated earlier that I had a couple things going on, so my apologies. So, let's get back.
It should be better than home cooking, and it's not, which is ridiculous, right? That's the point I'm trying to make.
Okay.
Like, why the hell did
I'm glad he did this. So this is where he's retconning, where he talked about how disgusting his wife's food is. Okay, Phil, you keep going on with your lies here.
I even ordered this if I could have just asked my wife to make me dinner.
Sorry, Retcons, my daughter. She's dealing with some college stuff today, so she called me, so I had to pick up the phone. So my apologies. I'm good to go. I should be done. I'm good to go.
So I hope that makes sense. I guess I didn't say it properly during the event, and now, of course, all the idiots jump on my throat because they're all fucking obsessed retards who have to try to turn everything I say into something toxic when it's not. Trust me, my wife is not insulted by what I said. I told her the same thing when I went downstairs. I had it in my hand. I said, your gumbo is way better than this. Like, I don't know why I paid money for this. Your food is better. And she was happy about that, to know that she's a good cook.
No, this did not fucking happen. This did not happen, though. I'm sorry, this did not fucking happen. You didn't go down to her and you didn't say, you know, by the way, I said this on my stream and it came off like I said your cooking is shit, but I actually think your cooking is amazing. That never fucking happened, Phil. Why do you need to lie? Stop fucking lying. You didn't do it. All right. Your wife was working at wherever the fuck she works at, her 3-hour part-time job. She probably didn't even fucking hear it. She probably honestly doesn't even give a shit. She probably couldn't care less what you think about her fucking cooking. If it was up to her, she probably would never want to cook ever again and just have you order her fucking meals every fucking day. Her how many meals a day? There's 3 meals in a day, 21 meals. She would rather fucking DoorDash 21 meals a fucking week than to make your nasty gouty self food. Now, back to you insulting her. Yes, that is a fucking insult, Phil. When you're telling someone when you're associating what someone else is doing in a negative connotation, you're shitting on them. And even if it's true, Phil, you shouldn't say that. There's just a couple people you shouldn't trash, bro. You shouldn't be trashing your kids. You shouldn't be trashing your wife. You shouldn't be trashing your family members, like, you know, your immediate family. It's just not appropriate, brother. You don't do that. You're supposed to praise them and you're supposed to exalt them and you're supposed to make them feel like, you know, you got their back. Even if they do something wrong. You know what I mean? Like, my kids, if they do something wrong, I don't acknowledge it in public and embarrass them. When we're alone or I'll talk to them and address it there. I don't fucking, you know, call them out on stupidity. And they do the same thing for me. They do the same exact, when I do something regarded and stupid, they don't call me out in front of other people. They just simply wait till when we're alone and address it. That's how people fucking treat others. It's just a very common courtesy thing that you should do for everyone. You know, even friends. If you like, I have a couple close buddies. I have about 2 close buddies. I would never trash them, brother. I would never trash them in front of other people. Even if they did something wrong or they did something stupid, I would wait until we were alone and I would address them then. And they would do the same thing they would do exactly the same thing for me. It's just common courtesy, it's common respect. But this gout bitch right here has none of those.
Okay. No, she makes the roux herself. We get chicken stock and she adds all these different seasonings and things to it and makes the roux herself. She self-simmers it and then she puts all the meat in it, and then we eat that over rice. So, it's really good.
Bro, he trashed her during his last marathon. Wasn't she supposed to make some sauce or something like that? She was making something for the 4th of July marathon. I think it was the 4th of July marathon. And of course, she was trying out a new recipe because this bitch is the queen of recipes, right? And Phil was so excited, but then she fucked it up. She put too much. I don't know. She didn't read the recipe correctly. Well, no, she didn't even say that. She said that the recipe was wrong. Oh, the recipe. Yeah, trying out a brand new recipe and you're blaming the recipe. I'm pretty sure that your wife fucked something up. You know what I mean? She probably put in the wrong ingredient or whatever. Or you know what? She probably didn't want to eat that garbage. She just wanted you to shut the fuck up and order her DoorDash. But since you already told your dents that that she was making you something, she said, "Okay, motherfucker, you want to put me on the spot and make me cook? I'm gonna make it fucked up so that you're forced to order DoorDash." And what they do? They went and they ordered fucking DoorDash.
Yes, I know detractors are sad. I know they want to make it sound like I said something toxic and negative when I didn't.
Yeah,
Bigger
I mean, she
dude
was
did
okay.
a
She
£2
wasn't
super chat
ugly.
and says, "Do you still have RTU's last?"
Like, I can't say that Kat was a gorgeous woman when she was thinner. She was okay. She was pretty. She was serviceable, I guess. If I'm gonna like, if you're giving her 1 to 10, she was probably maybe, I don't know, 5, maybe a 6 on a good day. But she was way prettier. She was way out of Phil's league. I'll give him that much. Kat was way out of Phil's league, definitely.
Chip, let's frame it. I do. It's in my closet right now. You want to see it?
Dude, I'm rare tricks. I'm pretty sure this fucking retard, these 2 retards, they probably read like they were probably supposed to put a teaspoon of salt in the mixture, and the idiot probably put like, you know, a fucking cup. They put a cup of salt instead of a teaspoon. They're just idiots like this. Because I'm pretty sure both of them are just impatient idiots, and reading anything is difficult for them. So you know our recipe, you have to sit there and you kind of have to do all the steps in tandem. Or sometimes you have to mix your liquids with your dry goods separate, and then you're supposed to mix them together. I'm pretty sure these idiots fuck something up.
That's $41 to support everyone. Please, let's keep that rolling and hit that goal tonight. We have hit the goal every single time we've done Truck Sim. And being that is the 1 year anniversary of the collab to destroy Review Tech USA, it sure would be nice to celebrate tonight in grand fashion.
By the way, how exactly did you destroy him, Phil? Let's look at the numbers, all right? He deleted his Review Tech USA channel, which was stupid. That was a very stupid thing to do. But he deleted that. Since then, he has a second channel, which he rebranded, RTU Streams. RTU Streams is now Rich Basement or some shit, right? And what does he have? He has nearly 64,000 viewers here. His average stream gets about 500 to 700 viewers, which is how much more than what you get, Phil? How much more did you get? You're averaging about $1.50 watching your content, Phil. So he's literally, and I'm not defending Review Tech USA here. I'm just reading out the fucking numbers, right? He gets 500 to 700 people. How much does he make on a given stream? Phil's goal is $150 combined, whatever. Typically, I understand Review Tech USA does a membership goal. So he does 50 members. If he hits 50 members on a day, on a stream or whatever, he'll extend his stream to whatever. For the most part, he gets that. He hits his 50, whatchamacallit. How much is 50 memberships? At what, $5 a pop? You're talking about what is he making there? 50 times 5, that's $250. So he's making $250 minus whatever YouTube, take away YouTube's cut, right? And then super chat, whatever. So since Phil loves to measure everything by money, so again, if you look at every parameter of Phil, by every single marker in this world, Phil is a fucking loser. He is. He's not successful. The only marker you can probably think about where he could be mildly successful is making money or getting income, right? Right? And how does he do that? By begging, by panhandling on streams. That's how Phil makes his money, okay? But even if we take all that aside, you're still not successful. You're still not more successful than Review Tech USA is. Or Rich, whatever the fuck you want to call him, right? He's literally still wiping the floor with you. And what effect did this felting did with him? You taking his poker chip? What exactly did that do? Nothing. His streams are basically 90% of you, Phil, shitting on you. That's what he's doing. 90% of Review Tech USA content is shitting all over Phil. So what exactly changed? Nothing. I would argue that you're probably in a worse position now than you were before the Kino arc. Because before the Kino arc, you were asking for $50 in tips as your goal, and then begging for $150 in tips, right? Now you're counting everything. You're counting super chats, donation, memberships, kick, whatever, and you're making just about as much money as you were making before the Kino arc. Like, that's the little secret here, nobody that he doesn't like to talk about. So if you look at his old streams where he used to do memberships and super chats alone, where you can kind of figure out that's what he was getting, you know, he was basically making what he's making now. Now he has to throw in kick subs and memberships to be part of the goal, and he's barely hitting 150. He's and now before, when he was pity begging for $50, it made him look extremely pathetic. And you know, when he was extremely pathetic, Phil loves that. He loves making himself look like a pathetic bum because he thinks people are going to feel sympathetic towards him and give him money. It's a grift. It's his grift. But now that he's saying $150, it's kind of difficult to grift that you're poor when you're asking for $150. When before it was 50, it's pignosis. It's pignosis at the greatest level. So before it was just $50 in tips alone, and just ignore super chats and memberships. Nobody want to talk about that. Don't talk about that, right? So now where he's capturing everything because he wants to own the detractors and show that he's successful. So again, I would argue that Phil is in a worse position now than he was. Let's add one more caveat here. Ad revenue. He got barely 400,000 views on his channel this month. Throwback got nothing because he doesn't do throwback anymore. He'd lucky if he got maybe 5 views. DSP reacts, nothing. He doesn't put anything there except for the food. Whatchamacallit, he might get 200 views right there. So let's clock him at 400,000 views a month for all of his channels. 400,000. He used to crack about 5 to 600,000 before the Kino arc. Now he's down to 400. He's barely getting 150 viewers a member, getting 150 people watching him on his YouTube streams because, of course, you know what happened? He lost a lot of his old-time viewers. Like the people that were ride or die with Phil after the whole snake eating bullshit and the Kino arc. A lot of them left. You had Bloom Kid. You had a whole bunch of people that just said, "Phil, I'm tired of your bullshit. I'm tired of your lies. I'm done." And they bounced. And they fucking bounced. So again, I know some people would argue the other side, but I would argue that he's worse off now. He's worse. And right now, the other thing is, what is he living off of? He's living off of 5 whales. He's living off of 5 whales that if he doesn't get these whales, he gets no money. He's still waiting on OIC to drop, you know, whatever amount of money every stream just to get him to the goal. He has Lance Canamarang, and then he has the other kick dent that drops subs, that one other dent, your future stepdad or whatever the fuck his name is. And you know that's not going to last. Either your future stepdad's going to get tired of giving Phil money and go away. You know, so he's back exactly to where he was. And I think he's probably, and he's getting less donation. He's getting less smaller donations than he was. He's getting less. And right now, all his streams are just dependent on one whale coming out and dropping super cash. That's it. That's really it.
Hold on one second. Right there. It's just in my closet.
The
I
anonymous
cleaned up my closet so I know where everything is now. There it is. The chip. It's just sad. It's just sad because,
sad,
like
Phil.
I said, when I did my stream where I invited Review Tech on the stream, I was going to give him the opportunity to basically do that.
Oh, this
co-op
is the
stream
King
with
Snake.
me,
The King Snake.
have fun, and at the end, I was going to possibly offer him his chip back.
Yeah, yeah, there are a couple idiots. There are a couple idiots on the Raw Phil's chat that don't like me, and they claim that I donate to Phil. I've heard I'm OIC. Some people are trying to claim that I'm Lance, whatever. I'm not any of them. What happened here with some folks is that some people took the whole Argentinian membership LARP as true. They actually thought that I was doing all of the Argentinian memberships. And the only reason why I even leaned into that LARP was because Phil did a stream with Kino where he tried to claim that I was doing the Argentinian memberships and I was breaking terms of service. So I decided I'm going to lean into that meme. And if he actually thinks that I'm doing it, even better. Even fucking better. So that's where that thing goes. Now, I typically don't make it a habit of arguing with people that think that because you don't go anywhere with that. When you argue with people trying to tell you you're doing something that you can't prove, there's no point. There's literally no fucking point. So I just ignore it for the most part, and it's just like what it is. It is what it is. Now, some people get belligerent about it, and those people, I just mute them. Like there was this one guy, Savage, he was being a dickhead in Raw Field stream, which is fine. I just ignored him. But then he was coming to my videos and he was spamming shit on my video. So that person I simply just mute it because it gets to a point where it's like, all right, whatever. You're just being a dick about it. But if there are people that really are curious, I'd be more than happy to address them and speak with them. So yeah, and a lot of this started with Agent Proper, where Agent Proper was on Twitch saying, "Oh, you always notice that Duty's the only person making videos about the Argentinian membership stuff." Yeah, because it was shit happening to Phil, and I make videos about everything. Anything that happens to Phil, I'm gonna make a video about it, right? But so I guess the speculation was that, oh well, if you're making videos about it, then you must be doing it. Whatever. It's fun. But my thing is that if I live rent free in that in your brain, you're so worried about what I'm doing. Have fun, bro. Knock yourself out. Watch my videos. Do whatever. I really don't give a fuck. It's just funny to me, and I really, to the most part, I don't address it. It is what it is. I don't address it. Are the Argentine members? They haven't done it in a while. No, I'm not gonna lie. There are 5 people that actually do the Argentinian memberships. I know who they are. I'm not gonna say who they are, but they tend to drop me a message and say, "Hey, we're gonna bomb on Phil." You know what I mean? And again, I don't gatekeep how people detract. So I don't tell anyone, hey, don't do it. Whatever. You want to do, if you want to LARP and you want to knock yourself out, I really don't give a fuck. Knock yourself out. The other thing too, Phil and whoever else, is that if I were giving, if I were exploiting a loophole on YouTube, right? I would be risking my channel. I could be risking my channel doing something like that. Why the fuck would I risk my channel for something stupid as that? It isn't. It's just something funny, and I enjoy LARPing, and you know, if Phil thinks, put it this way, if Phil thinks, like that whole UPS thing where I posted the picture, if Phil really thought that I had someone go to his house and take that picture, I would have leaned into that meme just to keep him paranoid. But of course, most people know that just doesn't happen, right? So that's where it came from. And since I refuse to argue with other detractors, which I don't argue with other detractors. You guys saw that Mr. Ludacris did a video about me because he didn't appreciate me posting that picture about the UPS stuff. And he made his video. Did I react to it? No, I didn't get into it because I don't do that. It's just whatever. I don't. Yeah, he's paranoid as fuck. And to me, I'm leading into that paranoia. And I want him to get paranoid. I want him to get triggered. I want him to get triggered and go off on duty. Because to me, that's just more content. So that's my explanation about that nonsense on Raw Phil stream. The other thing too is that this is Raw Stream's stream. It's Raw Phil's stream.
Either subscribe, donate,
why am I gonna
get the fuck out?
Why am I gonna flood Raw Phil's stream with bullshit like that? I'm not gonna get into heated arguments flooding his chat. If people want to talk to me, they can come on my stream or they can hit me up on Twitter. I'm not gonna do it on Raw Phil's stream.
Depending on how he did. But he failed instantly. Like he didn't even get, what, an hour into it? Not even a half an hour. He was such a fucking schlub and a horrible entertainer and a horrible person. He couldn't get past the fact that he wanted to talk about dumb shit like, I don't talk into the mic like this all the time. Like, I'm like, dude.
Again, this guy, Phil, he's a dented style individual. And I understand why some people actually say he must be autistic because he doesn't understand. Phil, everyone that watched that podcast knew that it had nothing to do with the microphone. You know what it had to do with, Phil? It had to do with the fact that he was trying to prove that you were so inept.
DSP Digital Street Performer.
Hold on a second. I forgot. I left my glasses. Dude, he can't see anything. Who the hell said that? I'm gonna need what? I'm gonna need a treat for. Thank you, brother, for the $1.99, brother. I appreciate the support. Yes, he is a street performer, but he just does. He's the only street performer that doesn't go to the streets. You know, he's a whatchamacallit. So, what was I saying here? So what he fails to realize, or he's purposely being ignorant about, is that it wasn't about the microphone. It wasn't about any of that. What it was he was trying to prove how inept Phil is, that this whole lie that you planned this, that you LARPed for 2 years, or that you was all bullshit. He is not even capable of properly doing a reward, let alone trying to snake Kino Casino. That was the point. And you could tell, I mean, he even said it. Rich said, I don't believe any of this. I don't believe that you cased them. I believe that they snaked you and your butt hurt and now you're doing damage control. And that's what it is. And since he didn't play your little game with trying to act like a jilted girlfriend, you got upset and you threw him off your stream. Clearly giving him a W. Clearly giving him a fucking W, Phil. And there's nothing you can do to Retcon. You can sit there and you can say how shitty of a guest he was, how boring he was, how he wouldn't play along. That doesn't take away the that doesn't, yeah, my English is getting good, Pixel. That doesn't take away the fact that he got a W on you. He did get a W. Now, I think he got a little too autistic with the whole mic and all that. He could have focused on other things. I had hoped that he could have stayed on longer and felt it Phil more. But I think, Phil had just given up by that time. Phil just said, okay, this isn't going the way I want to go. It's not working. No, I need readers. Duty's a blind man. My vision, seeing close, is terrible. I have these big 30-something inch monitors in front of my face, and I still see shit blurry. So, my apologies. I'm a blind man. I'm a blind old man. I disagree. Rich wasted it and should have shut up about that. Yeah, but, I mean, come on. If you're sitting there and someone's feeding you nonsense, right? right? And you're not saying anything about it, then doesn't that make you kind of complicit to it? Like, doesn't it make it like, what's the word? Silence is agreement. So would it kind of been like, oh, he agrees? He's agreeing with what's going on. What's up, Jay-Wig? How you doing, brother? He's kind of agreeing with him, or at least he's not putting up an argument or an argument against it. So I don't know. I think he could have handled it better, but I think he gave us some good entertainment. I'm nearsighted. Like I need it for distance, but my vision has gotten so fucked up that I can't read now. I can't read. I have to get that fixed out. You're catching, yeah, S2Ep002. What's up, brother? How you doing, brother? Big ups, brother. I hope you're doing well, man. So yeah, so Rich could have handled it better. I guess all of us could. He could have handled it better, but I think the mere fact that he made him rage quit. He made him boot him off the stream was great. It was great, you know. And then what did Rich do? Rich left. He started streaming. He had about 900 people watching his stream, and he made bank. Everyone made bank except for Phil. Everyone made bank except for Phil. This happened what, March? This happened March, right? Everyone in March made bank. And I told you guys I was going to make a video showing my analytics for March, but I didn't do it because it stirred such a shit pot last August that I decided not to. But I'm telling you, I made bank. It would have made Phil lose his fucking mind. If Phil would have seen my analytics, he would have lost his fucking mind. He would have just gone bonkers. Like, he literally would have gone on stream and called for his dents to basically proclaim jihad on Duty and get Duty off the platform and get him demonetized.
That money. I really
If he
do.
would
I
have
need
seen
that
my
money.
analytics.
Bills.
Even though Rich's dumbass Phil gave him a W.
He did, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Rich has just been floundering for a year and a half in stupidity and doing dumb shit, right? And even Phil managed to give Phil a W. Meerkat said it the best. Phil's superpower is making retarded people seem smart, and that's what he did with Review Tech USA. Vanguard again, brother. Thank you for the 2. That's Phil's superpower there.
I'm about to reveal all this stuff about me working with Kino Casino. I'm
Rare
about
tricks,
to drop
exactly.
the DMs. We're gonna go through them. We're gonna spill the tea. We got all the stuff you want to know about. And he goes, Phil, why don't you talk to your mic like this all the time? He's fucking retarded. Seriously, I mean, I can't think of a dumber person on this fucking.
And again, Phil, it bothers you, brother, because you're sitting here still doing that stupid little gimmick where you're talking into the mic. Why? Because Review Tech USA made it a point to say that you're inappropriately using your boom mic, and now that bothers you to no end. Just like LTG made fun of your fucking looks, and you decided that you needed to now buy fucking Hawaiian shirts and look like a 16-year-old Florida fucking beach bum. That's what you decided to do. And you decided to spend thousands of dollars on fucking trinkets for the back of your stream. Why? Because you wanted to be cool and you wanted to be one of the boys and be like Kino Casino. You decided to drop $300 on a shitty microphone that's worse than the one you had because it matched your hero PPP's microphone. You're pathetic and sad, bro. So as much as you want to talk shit about Phil, again, when it comes to RTU, I guess I can say this: right message, wrong messenger. Phil should not be talking about it. It's just like begging. Whenever Phil talks about someone being an e-beggar, it's like, bro, that is fucking rich coming from you, brother. You calling someone an e-beggar, you of all fucking people, get the fuck out of here. You shouldn't open your mouth about anything. It's like if you're married and you cheated on your spouse, right? And then, you know, you have mutual friends, and then your mutual friends, they have a relationship, and one of them cheat, you keep your mouth shut. You don't say shit. You don't give your opinion. It's like, I can't talk, man. I can't say shit. I'm not bringing this up. I don't want my wife to remember what I did. Fuck that. I'm sorry. You're on your own. That's how, Phil, you should treat certain things, brother. You should not talk about them. You should not address them because you are not the right messenger, brother. You're just not. Let's see. Sonic. Oh, it's Sonic. It's Sonic. Big ups. I think Sonic was one of the people. Where's Sonic at? I saw Sonic asking me a question. Sonic. Where you at? So, hold on, Sonic. It's Sonic. Here it is, Sonic. I got a fair question to ask you since you said that. If you know a bold hater of your channel is working against your efforts, but the haters pal is cool with you, isn't that silence? What? Isn't that silence? I'm sorry. Let me reread this again because I got buggy reading mechanics here. I got a fair question to ask since you said that. If you know a bold hater of your channel is working against your efforts, but the hater's pal is cool with you, isn't that the silent? Are you talking about me and Review Tech USA? Is that what you're trying to reference? Now, I can address that. Like, I know a lot of people think I'm buddies with Rich because I'm a mod. First of all, I'm not a mod anymore on Review Tech USA. The reason why I was a mod on Review Tech USA stream was back then, about a year and a half ago, before he imploded. Silence is agreement. Yeah, I did say it. Well, I was talking about in his specific situation. So Rich was on Phil's stream, and I said that I think he handled it the best way he could okay. My advice to Rich was I think he did okay, because if he would have came in and he would have shit all over DSP would have gotten rid of him quicker. So whenever you're on stream with someone to talk and then you don't like each other and you want to get your point out, it doesn't make sense for you to shit all over them, because all they're going to do is remove you. They have the power. I agree. Some people might say you shouldn't even be there. You shouldn't even be there at all. You shouldn't be helping this person out.
Fuck up.
That's an argument to have.
Either subscribe.
I'm good with that argument as well. But again, I try not to make it a point to tell people what to do. You know, if Rich felt like he wanted to be on Phil's stream, then that's what he's going to do. And then based on that performance, I'm going to judge it. Based into the position that Rich was in, I think he did okay. He handled it as best as he could. Because, you know, when it got to a point where Phil was done with Rich, he wanted to remove him as quickly as possible. He just wanted to drop him off the stream. I don't know. Duty, can you get LTG on your stream? I messaged him, actually, on Twitter, because his DMs are actually opened, and he read my message, but he didn't respond. So, I'm not going to say what I said, but I gave him... I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say what I said, but I mean, I gave him a little bit of advice. That's all Duty's going to say. I gave him a little bit of advice. Sonic, I hope I addressed the issue there. Again, what I'm saying is that, you know, it doesn't apply. I'm just talking about this specific situation that occurred between Rich and Phil. Now, as it relates to me and Review Tech USA, I'm no longer a mod on his stream. I got my mod shit got removed because he did a purging like 2 months ago, where he just purged everyone because someone was doing some shit with that was a moderator. The reason why I was modded on Richard Reviews stream, me and Snort Hogan were modded. This was like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, where we were watching his content, farming his videos. We were farming his videos because he was shitting all over Phil. And he was watching our content, and he decided to mod me and Snort Hogan. He unmodded Snort because him and Snort had a fallout. So, but I haven't been on Rich's stream in like 6 or 7 months. It's just me and him had a bit of a little bit of a beef because I didn't like his reaction to the whole CEO the United Healthcare CEO thing. I had a problem with that. And again, I don't argue with people, so I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna remove myself from situations, though. That's kind of where it is. I don't hate the guy or anything. He's not, you know. I only have enough hate in my heart for one person, and it's currently DSP. He's not significant to me. I'll just put it that way. All right, sorry for eating up all the time. My apologies. Let's get back to the video.
Planning. That's what he wanted to talk about. So I dumped him, and then I did the stream like I wanted to. Anyway, so here's the chip. I still have it. I don't know if I'll ever use it. You know.
Thank you, Sonic. I appreciate it.
Any day or not, I don't know. The Trouters are sad. Thank you for a $5 super sticker.
Yes, UTC, and I talked about that before. We were college buddies. I knew him in college, and I worked with him for about almost 10 years at United Healthcare. So I knew him, I knew his family, and all that stuff. So, again, I didn't get into the whole. I tried not to get into the whole politics of it because I know people have certain beliefs about healthcare and all that. I completely understand that. I just really didn't like people celebrating someone being murdered, regardless of why. You know what I mean? I'm just not a fan of that. And yeah, like, you know. And then if you want, my thing too, if you want to express your opinion, that's cool. That's fine. Whatever. If you feel that passionate about a subject, but literally like celebrating it, it's a bit much for me. That was all.
Now we're up to $46 of support. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Okay. And by the way, for the record, since I basically got out of the drama, I'm not even kidding you. Since that
you got out of
stream,
the drama.
What was that, March?
Okay, Phil.
So what are we in August now? Jesus, 5 months. It's been 5 months. Wow, time flies. I haven't paid any attention to Review Tech at all.
Sure you have.
And life is good. I don't care what he does. I know he probably brings me up all the time, and he still fucking does.
Phil, you do, because you talk about him almost every day. You bring him up in a segment almost every fucking day. Stop with this nonsense where you believe you're... See, again, he's reverting back to retconning. So since the Kino Casino thing fell apart, where, you know, before Kino Casino, he spent 7 years retconning the scumbag who the fuck he was, who he did, what he did. He retconned the whole thing, and he tried to make people believe that he was a good dude, right? He stopped that, and he said, oh, fuck that. I don't need to do that anymore. I can be the shitbag that I am. I can show my true colors, my true form. But then, of course, once the Kino Casino arc finished, he didn't make any money. He was back to square one. Now he's trying to retcon who the fuck he is. He's trying to retcon and say to himself, well, no, I've always been a good dude. I don't do drama content. I don't do this. It's just, fuck off, man. You fuck off, all right? And the day stream didn't make enough money, so you decided, you know what? I'm going to bring up the whole Kino Casino RTU 1 year anniversary bullshit so that some dents will come in and drop money my way. Or maybe there's some Kino people who enjoyed that time and they want to reward me for felting RTU. No, Phil, it doesn't work that way. That's why you went on and you decided to clout chase Kino and Review Tech USA. You did both. You decided to clout chase both of them for some money. So stop saying that you're above the drama. You don't get involved in the fucking drama. When every single day, every single fucking podcast you do has some drama element in it. It always has some drama element. You yelling at someone, you begging like a crackhead. Nothing fucking new here. It's the same exact thing. You're back to the same pitiful fucking person you were a year ago.
Does the same shit. I don't care. You guys are trying to, he got a tattoo. I don't care. I literally don't give a fuck about that man. He's a weirdo fuck. I want, zero involvement is more than enough involvement with him. So thank goodness. Welcome to the epic 1 year anniversary stream. We actually didn't even know it was the 1 year anniversary of the RTU React co-op until moments before we were going to start playing the game. So we were talking about, I want to.
By the way, if this gets back to Kino Casino, really, guys, you guys really need to felt him tonight. You guys need a nice long segment watching this and just talking about the King Snake, the whole year in review. Please do it, because I'm pretty sure that someday, they're gonna do a big marathon where all they're gonna do is they're gonna want to walk through all the events, and they probably will give us some lore that we never heard before. I'm hoping that that's tonight. It would be great. I'm gonna watch to see what happens, because they even mentioned that they're gonna have to talk about Phil on Wednesday's podcast because of this 1.5-hour diatribe that he decided to do, where he decided I'm going to clout chase Kino, for some money, for a few shekels. So it should be great. Sure. I don't show DMs with Kino. I don't know why people keep saying I show DMs. I occasionally will talk here and there about a DM, but I don't think I've ever showed a DM. Unless something I needed to do something or was whatever, but I don't go around just purposely showing everyone DMs. I knew who initiated it. Well, Phil initiated it. And again, you know what's pathetic about this Review Tech USA bullshit? What's so pathetic about this? Is that you went to PPP and Kino Casino because you needed backup. You, Phil, needed backup. You needed backup to felt Review Tech USA, because the man for 10 years shit all over you, shit all over your wife, shit all over your streams, shit on everything you ever did in your life. Basically called you a loser to no end, and you took it. You sat there with he put his small little uncircumcised pecker in your face, slapped you with it, and you said, "Can I have more for the last 10 years?" And you refused to do anything about it, right? Until you realized that you found someone that probably hates Rich more than you did, and you said, "Hey, maybe I can collab with these guys, and they can be my backup." That's what you did, Phil. That's literally what you did here. So you didn't felt anyone. Kino Casino felted Review Tech USA. And again, we're gonna have to probably rewatch that stream. And that's what we'll count. We'll count how much time DSP actually talked or spoke during that feltoning. I'm pretty sure it's probably less than 5%. Ishimoto, don't forget Duty Streams. See, don't forget Duty Streams. He came to your stream once. You and Keem were engaged. Oh yeah. Let's not forget about that. Thank you for bringing that up, Ishimoto. Last year, when Keemstar decided to grace my show, and we had a nice conversation about copyright, because that was the discussion, right? All of a sudden, out of nowhere, Kino Casino and Phil decided to pop on my streams. Let's remember, folks. Let's remember that Phil doesn't interact with the tractor because they're beneath him. But yet he was on my stream, and sadly, one of you decided to ban him. Which, all right, whatever. I'll eat that L right there. That was Duty's L. But I got Mod Squad, so we learned our lesson. I chastised everyone. You guys learned your lesson, right? But of course, I tried to get him back on. I actually messaged them and said, "Hey, come back on. I unbanned you. You guys are good to go." And they didn't bother to come on. Because Phil, by that time, I guess Kino got busy. They had to do whatever. So Phil alone didn't come on my stream. He didn't come on. And the other thing, too, is he has me fucking blocked on Twitter. So, Phil, if you're such a tough guy and you can deal with detractors and you want to come at me, unban me. Unban me from your fucking Twitter, brother. I'm always available. Anybody can reach me. That's the one thing. I'm pretty much available anytime. And you guys know, I went on and spoke with Ethan Ralph because he had a beef with me. And I went on this podcast and cleared up whatever beef we had. So I'm willing to talk to anyone. Just come and hang and talk to me. But he's a bitch. He's a bitch. The only time he was willing to address me was when he thought he had Keemstar and Kino Casino backing him. So, Ice, thank you. I appreciate you reminding me of that fact.
I want to eventually be able to beat what I made on that stream, but do it for myself,
I know.
not because I'm doing a co-op with somebody.
I know. And by the way, I know the whole Kino thing isn't that they hated Duty. Kino Casino gives two shits about me. They can give two shits about me. I'm not that important. I'm not that interesting. I'm not that funny. They can care less. What they were doing was they were gaslighting Phil because they know how much of a hate boner he has for me. So they were gaslighting Phil with how much they hated me. Not that they like me. I'm not saying they like me. I'm not saying that. I think I'm probably annoying to them. Whatever. What have you. But I'm pretty sure that if you were to speak with them, they can clearly tell you that at least I understand the script. Like, I knew exactly what was going on during the whole Kino arc. I knew that they were gaslighting this fucking pig roach. They were telling him that everyone sucked ass. That's why when they told him Keemstar was a bitch. That's why Andy told him that It's a Gundam is a bitch and a coward. They were simply gaslighting Phil to hype him up to the point where he was willing to do things. I got that. I knew that. I've had conversation with them while the whole Kino arc was happening, and it is what it is. It is what it is. But again, if you hear his story or his fucking arc, he completely. It's like he lives in a different world, man. It's a different world. It's like it always reminds me of the time he was when he got caught masturbating, and how from masturbating and everyone making fun of him, what he gets from that is, oh, there's a meme that I never give up. Yeah, Phil, there's a meme that you never give up. Sure, Phil. That's because you're limp dick. You're limp dick, and it takes a lot of energy for you to beat off. That's why you never give up. Dude Streams is man enough to hit you up. That's right. I'm willing to talk to anyone. I really don't give a shit. I'll talk to anyone. I'm not that important, brother.
Somebody else, and
I think one day, oh crap, how is this do not enter? What the fuck is this? The GPS is telling me to go this way, so $1 tonight, and boom, we've done it. And we can say, off with the past and on to the future, right? There you go.
Oh, he's still begging for the 3K. He is fragile.
Yeah, right. How many goals do we have to hit? So
He's a fragile individual.
Tonight? 2. How about that? If we hit 2 goals tonight, I will not mention goals for the rest of the night. Seriously.
Right.
Because that would make up for the slow-ass stream I did yesterday of Mafia, and we did our goal tonight and get us back on track.
Yes. I'm so
Mega Man,
dude. I'm so glad he no longer does the dent streak. I'm so glad because the pressure's off.
Over 1,000, so don't say never. I don't know. Mega Man was a marathon. You know, people like the marathon events. They like to see me take shots and stuff.
Right.
Persevered. Thank you. Duty's English. Duty has buggy English mechanics. Okay. I'm gonna blame my mother. That's right, because Duty doesn't do anything wrong. When you have a mother who doesn't speak English and you were raised listening to Spanish and then listening to Portuguese, and the only English you heard was on TV, it fucks you up, okay? It fucks you up. So the bad thing about that is my Spanish is fucked up, my Portuguese is fucked up, and my English is fucked up. So I know enough to get around, but you know, what is it? What does Phil say? I'm a jack of all trade, master of none. I'm a 8 of spades. In 3 languages, and I'm not an ace in none. So yeah, I know a little bit of Portuguese. Not a lot, I know a little bit. And the only reason why I know a little bit of Portuguese is because it's close to Spanish. So there you go.
I totally understand that. We're not doing that tonight, so I don't think we're gonna be.
But it wasn't Duty's fault. It was his mom's fault.
Making $3,000 tonight. Let's get some support for the stream, everybody. Come on, we haven't had any support in over 15 minutes. That's absolutely ridiculous. This is the anniversary stream. This is the big one. This is the one to celebrate a year of success, resounding success. Let's get some support of every kind. Some super chats, some memberships, some tips, some subs, and let's hit that goal.
How do you say hello? Hola. It's just like it's like Spanish. It's hola. O-L-A. Hola, hola. It sounds like H-O-L-A, but it's spelled O-L-A. Hola. No, in Spanish it's hola with an H. H-O-L-A. And in Portuguese, it's just O-L-A. There you go. I think, yeah. Is that? Yeah. There you go.
Crush that goal. Let's do a flying body splash off the top rope
Hola,
on top of the goal.
Hola!
What best way to celebrate one of my most supported streams ever than with support? Right? That's how you do it.
Look here.
Your future stepdad just gifted 5 subs over on Kick. However, there's bad news. I just got charged for my monthly Game Pass Ultimate subscription. That's $22. So we have to remove that from the stream because that I got taken away. So we subtract 22 from the goal tonight.
The other thing I wanted to highlight that I remember, why is he paying $22? Why is he paying $22 for Game Pass? He plays all his games on PC. All he needs is just Game Pass PC, which is like $10 a month. Why the fuck is he paying 20? He's such a fucking idiot. And of course, it's on auto pay. This is the fucking... I bet you an amount of money that he's still paying his Blockbuster membership. And Blockbuster probably went out of business God knows how long. But because he never checks anything or fixes anything, he has that shit on auto pay. You know how much money this fucker probably wastes every month on charges that he's too lazy to look into and remove? God.
That's right. That's something I had to pay, so that doesn't count for the stream. We subtract that. There you go. So actually, your future stepdad was only $3 that you gifted. $3. That's how we have to do it. We have to be.
Oh, by the way, real quick. I talked about this last time. I want to give a big shout out to Mr. Lowcal for being #1. He's the #1 detractor as the top fan. I talked about I was going to do like a reward thing for this. I am probably next week. I'm going to do something where there's a I think there's an option in YouTube Studios where you can actually see all the people that have streamed for like a given time period and who was ranked up. I'm probably going to do something where I'm going to try to capture everyone that is on this leaderboard for like, I don't know, the week. And it has everyone. I think it goes up to 50, whatever. And I'll do a special giveaway for that. I'll do like a quick little giveaway for you guys just as a thank you. So that'll start next week. I know some people had asked me what I was going to do because I am going to do something for that fan thing. And I'll also do the just a regular giveaway for everyone else. So I think next week what I'm going to do is so next week, real quick, I'm going to do a giveaway for a Steam a Steam gift card. So I'll do a Steam gift card giveaway, and then I'll do like I don't know, an Amazon gift card for the people on that top fans thing. So just to say thank you to guys. I just want to appreciate you guys very much. And you know what, the kick people, I'll add you into that same giveaway too, so that you guys can have a chance to win it. And then what I'll do is I'll do the wheel where you can put everybody's names, and I'll let the wheel pick a winner. There you go. Big up, shout out to Duty for being generous.
Fair and even here. You understand? It's supposed to be, I'm making $150 of profits, not just I'm making it and then I spend it immediately. I'm making profits, so we have to top that.
All right, Phil.
Because he has kids. I mean, that's pretty bad. We don't need to be talking about it.
I'm going to move it up a little
that's
bit.
That's much better, right?
Thank you, brother. I appreciate
calculations error.
Oh, that's right. Giveaways.
Okay.
Yes, 100%, brother. And everyone that has common sense understands that. I personally just like to do a nice little hey, thank you, since you guys are very supportive and you guys are hanging out and just chilling with me. So I just like to do, well, two things. I like to just give stuff out as a thank you. And the second thing is I like to shove it in Phil's face for being a greedy pig. Because every time he sits there and says that it's against the law to do a giveaway and that he'll be in trouble with YouTube if he does a giveaway, every time I do a giveaway, it's just a big fuck you to Phil.
All right, so let's continue, guys. We're almost halfway to the goal. Let's get to halfway to the goal right now. Who's going to drop $4 with a super chat? A single membership? Fuck him.
I want to get to the point where he's talking about...
He used to be able to say, yeah, but Phil, he still has a 1 million sub YouTube channel and you don't. Well, he doesn't either. You know? He has nothing. He literally gave it all away because he's the dumbest motherfucker on the planet.
Oh, I love this fucking cope. I love this cope. He's talking about Review Tech USA can no longer claim he's a bigger channel than Phil because he no longer has his channel. I thought that didn't matter, Phil. How many times do you talk about that just because you only have 216,000 subscribers, right? But you only get 150 watching your streams, that it doesn't matter because people are giving you money and you're hitting your goals? What happened to that nonsense? So does it matter that you have a big channel or you don't have a big channel? Phil, just to let you know, by the way, I only have 29. I have about 29,000 people that are subscribed to my channel. But yet I can rack in 600 to 800 viewers on my stream, brother. 600 to 800 people watching my content, Phil. Does that mean anything? I don't understand, brother. I don't know. Why are you talking out of both sides of your mouth? Let's see, Duty. I thought you meant you were gonna investigate the Dent leaderboard of DSP so we can see when. No. I'm not. No, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. I just want to do a giveaway for people on my streams.
I can't believe how dumb that fucking guy is. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I received a $75 tip from NDO003.
Ah, yes, a whale. Another whale tip. You notice how all of these big donations to get him to goals are from whales. Good Jesus.
And all he said is, this is NDO103. All right, NDO,
yeah.
Thank you so much. Guess what, folks?
And by the way, these people always have a common thread to them. They're all failed YouTubers or Twitch people themselves. These are all people that give Phil money that think that because if they give Phil money, they're going to be able to ride his coattails. And that's never the fucking case, which is always good. All right, you know what? There was a portion here.
Those guys that make fun of everyone else, well, now it's time to point the finger at them. You know, like exactly what happened with Review Tech.
Oh, wait.
React cycle. I've had enough. In fact, these are very successful. The problem with drama content creation is that you have to go all the way into it. You can't just dip your toe in and say, okay, I've decided against it.
That's not true.
If you do it, that's it. That's you forever. Because you are now wrapped up
in a
with
few
all
minutes,
of these parties
in a few minutes.
who are doing awful things, saying awful things,
skeletons come pouring out of the closet with these people, right?
Sorry.
And now you're associated with that group. So you either have to go all in, this is it, this is what I'm gonna do, or not. Me, I'm sorry. I have a wife, and I have a life, and I'm not a 20-year-old guy who's willing to just go all in and say, all right, my whole life will be drama. No, I've had enough. In fact, I'm at the point in my life I want less drama. I've already been there, done that. I want to take a step back with drama, and every once in a while, maybe dip my toe in there for time to time for silliness, but that's not who I want to be, okay? I tell you right now, if I did it full time and I got into full-time feuds with RTU and full-time feuds with LTG and even the casino and all that, I would get way more views, I would make way more money, and I would get way more attention. Other people would pick me up because they would react to my content, and that's how that's how the engine works, right? The whole react cycle on the internet. But that's not who I want to be.
Phil, if that was even remotely true, you have how many detractors that make content on you? You have at least 12 content creators, myself, Snort, Memology, Alt, Meerkat, those folks. You have at least 12 to 15 people, including Kino Casino, that make regular content on you, and yet you don't see a penny of it. Your viewership dude, you got Raw Phil, who gets 4 to 5 times the viewership you do every single day, bro, and you don't get anything from it, and that's why you soak and you cry about your people restreamers are doing illegal activities and you're going to sue them. That's the reason why, Phil. That's the reason why you sit there and you bitch and you soak, because you know you can't really do shit about it. So if that were true, that you were saying that if you would have gotten into drama content, if you would attack Kino Casino, if you would attack Keemstar or whoever, you would get more views, you would get more money. No, you wouldn't. You know who they would go to clip? They would go to my channel, they would go to Snor Hogan's channel, they'd go to Raw Phil stream and grab the clips. You know what's really funny, Phil? When Kino Casino shits all over you, they never go to your stream to shit on you. You know what they do? They go to Raw Phil or they go to one of the detractors. Bro, it's every single day. It's every single fucking day, and it never changes. But would he admit that? Would he tell people that? No, he wouldn't do that. No, he wouldn't fucking do that. God, he's such a scumbag liar, man. It doesn't matter what he does. The problem here, ultimately the problem is Phil. The problem is Phil. People do not like Phil. They don't. As much as someone may dislike other people, like say Kino Casino, as much as they would hate Rich, right? Or dislike Rich. Phil is so annoying and such a horrible human. He's a crumb. He is. That you put aside your hatred for those other people just to focus on him. You know what I mean? Just to focus on him. And yeah, anyone he comes in contact with, anyone it always ends the same way. It really does. It always ends the same way with him, where they end up becoming detractors. I'll give you a couple examples. Kino Casino, TTR, the fighting guy, top tier rated fighting. He was the FGC guy that knew Phil, and he did a couple streams with him. Phil banned him from Twitch because he was critical of him for being a scumbag. And now he's pretty much a detractor. Those are 2 examples right there of people that tried to get along with Phil and do something for him. And they end up turning around and saying, yeah, this guy's a piece of shit. Now I get it. Even the people that don't know the Vortex or are confused, like I hear that a lot about the Vortex, or people that don't know about the Vortex. They'll sit there and say, why do so many people care about Phil? Well, he doesn't do anything. Yeah, he's boring or whatever, but who gives a shit? But as soon as they dip their toe and they see exactly all this shit, like all the crap, just the crap storm of Phil, they may come back and say, I can't deal with this shit. This is crazy. I'm out. But at the very least, they do come back and say, you know what? I get it. I completely understand why everyone on the internet hates this dude. Every single person hates this guy. Yeah, Craig, Adam. Adam didn't even know who the fuck Phil was until he interviewed him. when he got on an interview with him, and he'll tell you that was the first interaction he had with Phil. That was the first interaction he had with him. He didn't really know much about Phil. He didn't interact with Phil. He knew nothing about him. He was on a podcast, an interview with him for 5 hours. And within the first hour, he knew Phil was full of shit. He knew that he was lying. He knew that what the detractors were saying were correct. And this is someone that had no clue who Phil was. And within 1 hour of speaking with him and getting lied to, because that was the problem, Craig and the other guy, whatever his name is, that's the main problem they had with him. They hated the fact that he was full of shit, that he lied. That was the problem they had with Phil. And he did it consecutively. And then they would try to give him the out and be like, Phil, look, man, just admit it, or if you want to show some proof, come on, bro. And they kept at it over. Adam, that's his name. Thank you. They kept at it over and over again. They wanted him to come clean so that maybe there's resolution and that he can start over and that he could be honest. And dude, after I would say Craig, after about the second or third hour, Craig gave up on that shit. He was just like, yeah, this motherfucker's a liar. Adam, by the first hour, he knew exactly who the fuck he was dealing with, And yeah, every single time, without failure, every single time that happens to Phil, And I honestly think, I truly believe that if Phil would have played ball with Kino, and he would have put his pride aside, right? Put his pride aside and say, okay, I know what I am. I'm someone who to be made mocked of. I'm someone who, whatever, I'm that third wheel. I'm the comic relief, right? I think if he would have accepted with that and he would have played ball with Kino, I think he would have probably done better. Like, at least the arc would have been extended a little bit more. Like, he could have done stuff with Keemstar. He could have done stuff with Locale Live. He could have kept doing stuff with Kino. But he just couldn't help it. He couldn't help it. He wanted to have his cake and eat it too. He wanted to be seen as this serious, no drama person, but then do the drama content to make the money off of it. And it doesn't work the both ways. You either are a misery merchant, as you like to so call it, Phil, or you're not in the drama. It's that plain and simple. Now, this video goes on for a little bit more. I don't have the time. Duty's been going overtime. That's right. It's I could say so much more about this video. I watched this clip and I was just like, I had so much to say, but I think I'll just be regurgitating the same thing everyone else has said. So I'm going to leave it at that. So 15 snort bucks, sure, brother. Hold on a second. Let me donate some You know what? I assigned someone. Who was the person that I assigned to give away snort bucks? By the way, if you don't know what snort bucks are, snort bucks is my currency where you can gamble stuff. There you go. That should work. Let me know if you got the 10K. Or the 100. I gave you 10K. There you go. Don't waste it all in one place. You know what? If you guys want to use that the money, you guys want to use the money, the snort bucks and all that stuff, I'll do that next week. I'll make sure to sign it. I'll assign more money for you guys so that you guys can use it. I failed to give it. Come on, brother. How do I give? Give. Let me try one. Okay. Why is it not working? It should work. I don't know. I'll figure it out. If not, I'll give it to you. Whatever. I know Phil has like 1 billion points. A bunch of people have 1 billion points there. So, all right. You know what? Let's go. We'll wrap this up. The next stream, we'll talk about points if gambling or whatever. We'll get into it. I'll set something up. I'll give you guys like a fresh start. You guys can, gamble while you're here. It's perfectly fine. It's for YouTube. I don't think Kick has the gambling feature. So, but I know you guys have a couple things there. Like you guys can do the moral support thing, the highlight in chat. I'll get that set up for my next stream. So, all right, folks, that's all I have. I think I'll be on Friday. We'll definitely kick it. I might be on tomorrow. If Kino Casino is fire as I expect it to be, I'll probably be on tomorrow to talk about Kino Casino. If not, I'll definitely see you guys on Friday. All right. Hope everyone has a great day. Thank you guys for hanging out with Duty. I mean, we're pushing almost 4 hours. I think I gave you guys plenty of entertainment. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. You guys have a good afternoon.